Hey, this is Ross Baden, Roleplaying Public Radio. We're playing Eclipse Phase Duality. This is the Ultimates, Chapter 1. So you, in the last chapter, the Extropia, you found out that Loren Kristol, the target of your investigation, had met with an ultimate negotiator and to apparently contract out buying or copying over a lot of the indentured egos that the Ultimates have in their files or in their databases for reasons unknown. And these egos are particularly people from victims of the Fall who have been in cold storage ever since. So you don't know why the Ultimates have those people in the first place, and you don't know what Loren Kristol wants. The final details of this meeting and the result of it are, and Loren Kristol apparently went to Xiphos, which is a station in orbit or near Uranus, which is a Hamiltonian cylinder. There's actually a picture of it in the Rimward. It is big. Yes, it is big and very high tech. It is the headquarters of the Ultimates faction. It is where their leader hangs out, and
it's the Autarch, right?
Yes, the Autarch. Manu. He is dares you to surpass him.
That thing looks like a great big missile.
I
mention this because our tendency is to blow things up.
Well, that would be harder to do because Xiphos is a hardened military station, or has. It is certainly not run like Extropia.
This ain't no microtort.
Yes, ain't no microtort.
Oh, I'm gonna miss microtort.
So
no, you don't.
The thing is, in order to go undercover to get into Xiphos, you have to be an Ultimate. So you have to go undercover as Ultimates.
Why are you staring at me?
They've had to take some time to prepare a cover for you. In fact, they have a Firewall agent who is an Ultimate, an exemplar, and I'll get into the ranks in a little bit, named Hondo, who is willing to... He's been disturbed by some of the information Firewall has revealed to him about Loren Kristol and the fact that he has gotten onto the station, which he shouldn't have been allowed to because he is clearly not an Ultimate, and the fact that he might be corrupting or subverting the Ultimate. So normally they would not allow you to join on the station, but... in this case, Hondo believes it is best that he take, he's Ultimates are individualistic, so he's like, no, this is what I believe is right, so I'm going to do it. And so you will be his aspirants, basically the newbies. And your cover story, which you are given in detail, is that you were gate crashers, and you met Hondo during a gate crashing mission and became aspirants under his tutelage. And carefully edited segments of your actual gate crashing activities, and will be used as proof that you deserve to be aspirants. And so you will be going during the Olympics, which are a 3-day annual event on Xiphos, where many Ultimates, of course, travel to attend the games, and this is where their chance to show off, because they have competitions in all kinds of events, not just physical. Their Ultimates are perfection in all areas, not just physical and martial. So there are scientific challenges, technical challenges, public speaking, whatever you, and then of course the gladiatorial matches and races through deadly obstacle courses and whatnot. So
and the headbutting competition, which is pretty much any of those answered by Gah!
Actually, no. Again, they are not that. They are not that shallow.
And Ultimate Fest, the drinking.
Again, they are very Nietzschean. Ubermensch. They
think Nazis, not gladiators.
Although honestly, I would love to see Space Bob Costas going over the oratory competition.
Make like a 500-page book that promises you only pain and suffering, but you'll be so great at the end of it.
Exactly.
It's an awesome dissertation.
It's
like The Secret, if The Secret was flagellation.
Or Captain Freedom's workout video from The Running Man.
Or CrossFit, just CrossFit.
Or just CrossFit, yeah.
Like, are you ready for pain?
Telling everyone.
Are you ready for suffering?
In fact,
you're ready for Captain Freedom's workout.
Even though the Ultimates are a faction, there are sub-factions within the Ultimate faction. In fact, there are three major strains. There are three major strains of thought. Exceptionalists, the sort of traditional, they hew closely to the original thought and current dissatisfaction with the rest of transhumanity's short-sightedness. They want to, think long-term thinking, build up gradually, that kind of thing. Then there's the overhumanists, who are more aggressive, and they really hate gene trash, which is everyone who's not an ultimate, pretty much. Uplifts, anarchists,
What's the name of that faction again?
overhumanists. Okay. Overhumanists is what
So
we
the
do.
Ubermensch. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
super overmensch. More of the ethnic cleansing, or just gene cleansing side of it. And then finally, the iconics, who argue the Ultimate's philosophy should be lead by example and continue to engage with broader transhuman culture. So Hondo is a iconic. So they all agree, though, that other transhumans are weaker, and that weaker than they could be, and that weakness is an ongoing threat in a universe where Titans still lurk. They must be ready to carry on civilization after the next inevitable fall. That is an overview of that. We'll get into your and part of your cover will be that as aspirants you have different specializations, areas where you eventually have to prove that you're good, you're exceptional in all areas. The higher ranking members not have to be brilliant warriors, thinkers, and leaders. However, aspirants can just say, I'm really good at one or two things. So you have to specify what you're good at, because you're aspirants, part of your cover is you're going to have to be participate in the games. So you'll have to figure out what challenges you can do to prove that you're not just gene trash and get pushed through an airlock, depending on how badly you screw up those deception checks. But before that, there is a briefing you will have about Loren Kristol and your mission as a whole. There you are given a briefing by a crow who only calls herself Factotum, and he or she, it's a rather genderless identity. This is in a symbol space, obviously. To go over your mission, as I know you have all been here, not quite pressed into service, but because of the unusual circumstances of your participation in several Black Op research projects and things, leading to, of course, meeting rather very closely the X threat that has been identified as Project Talisman / the Mirrored Pillar, which led to the new X threat of Loren Kristol fleeing from that alien artifact to our solar system to engage in someone on a mission. I feel we should bring you up to date on our research, because as soon as every mission you've given us, every bit of intel you've given us, we've analyzed over great detail, and we've tried to put together a picture of what is happening. And we've had we're not as close to the action, but because of that, we can see the whole picture. Especially thanks to the gold mine of information you've gotten from Extropia. We are very, very confident to assure that Loren Kristol is, in fact, not a human at all, but essentially what we call a fetch. Could be comparable to a delta fork, a damaged delta fork of an actual Titan. The exact capabilities of Loren Kristol are unknown, but because Loren Kristol has been able to travel through standard farcasting networks, it is obviously a very, very small fraction of the actual Titan's capability. So we believe it is no more powerful than a very smart and sophisticated AGI, but one that has within it the Exurgent virus and incredible amounts of information on Titan technology. It can easily subvert any infosec system that we know of, and can, if given access to a fabricator, can make some very nasty things. But we have come up with a hypothesis. The Loren Kristol is a fork of a Titan we have identified as Cronus. We believe it is the first Titan to have become, active. The first to have, it seems to have interests in contaminating or corrupting other AIs, other systems, which possibly started proliferation of the Exurgent virus on Earth and led to the creation of several other Titans. We believe that it also has an interest in alien artifacts and technology. It is possibly the one that discovered, found, or manufactured the Pandora Gates and then left to explore the rest of the universe. Why it is here, we do not know. We believe, obviously, it has something to do with the Ectoma civilization. That it could indicate why it has been trying to manufacture this cage of flesh morph, why it has needed help. Because the Delta Fork the fetch does not have the power to manufacture things on its own, which is why it had to recruit other morph designers and right now we are very certain of, very confident in two things. One, all of the Loren Kristol Forks have been engaged on missions of gathering resources and information to send to the outer system. From the Titanium Commonwealth, we found out that it sent out transmissions to the outer system through various relays that we have yet to trace the exact location. Same with Extropia, and with other information. Also from actually the Jovian Republic, it had used its ex-human terrorists to also relay information. All to the outer system through, again, relays. So we believe whatever it is planning, it is gathering to a single point. But the outer system is very, very large. There are many Brinker habitats. There are many hidden systems and stations and ships, and we just cannot narrow it down in time to possibly activate it. The other bit of information we're very confident about is each Loren Kristol Fork, each fetch, grows. At first was acting very subtly and was able to pass as a normal transhuman or AGI without much problem, but we believe as time goes on, it grows more and more unstable. In fact, the incidents on Extropia, we believe, were partially engineered by the fetch in order simply without any regards to its overall mission, but simply
out of boredom
or amusement, some other factor, or some sort of damage in its own systems. It drew the attention of another rogue seed AI, codenamed Augustine, which we are still debating whether it is an X threat or not. Probably it is an X threat, but it is not. It is a dormant X threat for now. But it drew its attention for no. It was simply to destabilize Extropia itself. So we believe the longer the fetch stayed away from its main intelligence, from Cronus, the more unstable it grows. So we believe while it is acting in the interest of its overall mission, we believe the reason why it is going to the Ultimates is simply out of mental instability, chaotic. You should expect chaotic, unusual, aberrant behavior from it. This is both a boon to your aid, a boon to you, and of course will make your mission more dangerous because we gained additional information because of this Augustine interference, because of its. If it was playing for keeps, if it was playing pragmatically, you would have all been just wiped out from backup long ago. But the fact is, it is. It's chaotic. Its mind is not unable to process everything that is going on. So that is its weakness. Whatever it is thinking, play on that. So it will. It may be aware of you are coming, but it may allow you to just be in the system for reasons unknown. Of course, this is all a hypothesis, but we are very confident that it's growing more and more unstable. So we are drawing to the end game as well. Go to Xiphos, find the location of where it is sending these egos. The amount of egos it has purchased, it cannot just use a traditional farcasting system. It will send a massive amount of data out. So it would be easy to trace if we can figure out there are multiple data streams going from the rim to the outer system. If we can figure out which one it is, we can narrow it down very easily. So we just need that information. And then once we find that, we can find out where it is and then get a nuke on it and stop it once and for all. And then you can all retire.
Firewall retirement.
Well, we have, you can go back to being, you could be a crow, you could be a proxy, you could be any number of things.
Well, what we won't be is chasing a delta fork of a Titan across the system trying to stop a next threat.
Yes.
We can let the next team do that.
Yes, that will certainly be that. To get to your covers, you are all aspirants of the Ultimates. Just to note the basic ranking system, there are aspirants, initiates, exemplars, ducti, D-U-C-T-I, and then autarchs, and then demiurges, of course, Manu himself. So, as an aspirant, you need at least 2 skills at 50%. I'm sure you all have that. So you have to choose what 2 skills you're saying are your qualifications to be the Ultimate. And these will be the things you're going to have to play in the Olympics to show off that you're worthy of being in the Ultimates. So these can be physical, these can be literally any skill is allowable. Probably some forms of art are not going to be allowable, depending on how you spin them. Something that's like about love and kindness is probably, romantic poetry would probably not be a good ultimate art form.
Poet.
Yeah.
I write poetry.
War ballads of the dead might work a little better.
Metal songs about war.
Yeah, metal songs about war. Probably like Greek funeral dirges, would probably be better. But yeah, some sort of form of throat singing that's really hard to do.
So what were the ranks again? Initiate?
Aspirant, initiate, exemplar, ducti, autarch, and demiurge. Demiurge is the dude himself. So I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name.
Okay, so aspirant, initiate.
Because it is a Hindi name.
So D-U-C...
D-U-C-T-I.
Dukti.
Dukti. Okay. So, what kind of aspirant are you going to be?
I will go with an infiltrator using infiltration and kinetic weapons.
Okay. So you're going to be in some violent competitions.
Yeah. The thing I'm going is, I never speak.
That's not really... You could take that as a vow, I guess, to try and show off your willpower.
Well, yeah.
It's not really an ultimate thing. It's just super badassery. But you could spin it that way.
I'm actually saying, the name I'm going to go by is Whisper.
Okay.
He's Whisper, I'm Shout.
Okay. So...
I'll go for Protocol and Perception.
Wow, okay.
Paperwork contest? Magic eye paintings. Who could see it first?
It's a sailboat!
No, actually, I have a thing that can do that. You chose an interesting combination. There will be a competition for that.
Is there an app for that?
It will be Deadly Tea Party. Can you spot the assassin?
Yes!
Yes.
That was the name of my high school ska band.
Yes.
But I'm guessing the ammo will be live in that.
No, it will be poison.
That's good.
So, Deadly Neurotoxin.
That's a good band name too.
Yeah.
Deadly Neurotoxin.
Caleb, what about?
That was actually our 3rd album.
I will do...
They also can provide file XP footage for you to imitate a genetic... if you want, you can look through enough ultimate talking and rank stuff so you can pass as a normal ultimate for impersonation checks.
I can do that now, pretty much.
Yeah.
I can't use the power unless they're physically close to me. You can't do it off.
Yeah, Hondo doesn't want you to do it. Yeah, you will be traveling by shuttle with Hondo, who is a gate crasher and mercenary.
Of course, my impersonation's at 90 now before I use Mimic.
Okay, so...
Thanks, 20k of morph shit.
Yeah.
I will do psychology and language English.
Okay.
95-80. I'm an academic.
No, that's fine.
No reason to worry about me.
Yeah.
Just looking for tenure.
You will be in the propaganda department. Can you manipulate these people? They have plenty of egos of people who are terrified. Can you get them to go to the blue door instead of the red door?
Okay.
So that will be it.
The lights in front of you are red, aren't they?
Anyway, Aaron.
If they're going with literally the academics and then the infiltration, I will
Any
go.
skills?
I will go with my ones of symbol space design and viral marketing, the ultimate partying.
Okay, that would be. I
experience.
can make that a. No, it won't be a party. These are the ultimates. Their party is violent wrestling followed by a celebratory orgy, and then back to military training.
Can you really
I
tell
will-
the difference
I-
between the two, Ross?
I will live.
Can you?
That's like I will.
There's a gradient.
I will modify
It's not an on-off.
I will
thing.
modify everybody's XPs into the to like the ultimate experience.
No, actually, I'll put you with Caleb. It'll be a team competition.
Okay.
You will be given a group of egos in a symbol space, and you'll be told to get them to do this or that. So, and you'll be competing against another team, another pair of people who are trying to do the exact opposite. So.
Team convincing course.
Yes.
Just thinking about the Deadly Tea Party, I could just totally see Tom is going in as the assassin. I'm here to spot the assassin.
Nope. Tom is going to be actually just assassin be assassin. It will be shoot or be shoot. Shoot or be shot, sorry.
I'm not really trying to convince people. I just figured I was a straight academic.
Yeah.
My plan is to be good at skills while at the same time, like, not showing them the skills
Yeah.
that might make...
Well, you have to participate. You don't have to win. You just have to prove that you're not, like, a slacker. So again,
No, I understand.
Yeah.
But, like, I just mean, like, psychology and
English.
English was
Yeah.
like I write
Yeah.
stirring paper over something. But, yeah, we can convince people to.
Yeah, it will be it's a simulation.
Okay.
So you are also given your briefing about how you were a gay crashing team and how you participated in several missions with Hondo, and he was impressed. And he talked to you, he won you over as new aspirants. And normally there would be more thorough vetting of you before you got on Xiphos, but hey, it's the games, and you're just in time. Why not? Let's have a trial by fire, because they're really big on that kind of thing, especially with fire.
If you're fake, you're going to wash out anyway. So.
Yes, and.
By wash out, we mean die.
So,
wash out in
let me
the
look at your
blood.
sheets real quick to see if you have. Of course, all weapons will be put in a locker because at least shooty weapons and explodey weapons will be.
Well, kinetic weapons is one of my things.
Well, you can have it, but they'll just give you a gun for the actual competition. You can't carry guns around because this is the headquarters. This is the home, the spiritual home of the Ultimates. They should feel safe, or at least they should feel like this is a time to focus on their skills, that they're not surrounded by enemies. So there's no need for guns for you to just be carrying. It's not like the Wild West. You're not running a protection racket in the some Brinker habitat out in the. All right, yeah, this is fine. Just if you bought a gun, you'll be in a locker.
I have nothing. So.
Well, I've got my standard heavy pistol, but I'll give that a.
You will have to get rid of this. Okay, this is, and the ones I'm making little marks on. And
Oh, is that the whole point of your character? I'm sorry.
You take 20,000 worth of modifications. Oh.
Yep, and that one. Because those are not, they are just red flag. They can remove without a problem, but they will get those off. There we go.
God damn it.
Yep.
Still a little raw. I didn't purchase gear.
Skillware
yet.
for blades.
Yep, skillware is gone. That is one of them.
Oh well.
You cannot have skillware because it's you, not the fucking AI telling you what to do.
Are you better than a computer?
Thanks for making that clear.
Yeah, sorry. Well, they didn't tell you. They didn't tell you.
For bros to get. Although they took away my dead switch. So.
Your dead switch,
Yeah.
I figured since the last time I was told I apparently wandered off, so maybe this will help.
I don't see anything like that. I forgot, did I miss skillware or anything like that?
I bought it, but it's not a
You can refund that money if you want to real quick. Or just have that in the bank.
Okay.
But they tell you they will disable the skillware because this is the Olympics. You're supposed to prove it. Of course,
skill alone.
yes. The dead switch, they will remove the skillware. You can hack that back in. It will be if a security audit is run, it will be breaking the rules. But if you infosec it, you can jailbreak it essentially.
Good thing that wasn't my infosec skillware.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it was. It was that skillware.
Well, a team member can do it for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jesus, you're our team. You're not supposed to have all the skills.
So is that about 5,000
Are they
credits
okay with my
for
claws,
the
though?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Melee weapons are fine. You can carry your,
cyber claws?
your cyber claws, anything that's. They're really into the aesthetic of hand-to-hand combat. So you can carry, your mono filament.
Yeah, I just have
blades
natural claws.
Yeah, claws are fine.
So, that was about 5,000 credits, right?
It's whatever it says on there.
Yes, it's high.
They don't
It's
5,000.
5,000.
Yeah.
That's why I remember this time. So, all right, I'll get my 5,000.
It's 5,000 for the skillware, and then it's 5,000 per skillware.
Yes.
So technically, it's 10,000.
10,000. So, all right, I'll get back to 10,000
Yep.
credits then.
Let's buy ourselves something nice afterwards.
So you take the shuttle there. You can see you are not alone. There's very popular now. There are a lot of people
Wanting to prove their mettle.
Yes, and you're actually getting there the day before, which is actually a lot of people who've been arriving for the last 2 weeks for this, so the station is very crowded. Although you can see also that the station is still being expanded. It's eventually will be as big as Extropia because it's supporting 1 million people. The permanent station habitat population is about 10,000, but it could easily support double that. So
what you're saying is we're not going to have any trouble finding a hotel.
no.
Or barracks.
You will have small little coffin apartments, basically, that are a little bigger than a closet. But you can and they have gravity here, so this is free running unless you go outside the station.
So, we get a vendor apartment. So.
Basically a little bigger than a vendor apartment, but same basic thing. It's very Spartan your conditions.
Damn it, Ross.
I know. So Hondo, of course, is there. He says, look, I'm going to focus on maintaining your covers, talking you up. So you all that's why you all need to sign up. I've already signed you up for these games, but I'm also going to try and give you as much free time as I can. If you let me know if you need cover, if you need time, I will try and cover for you as much as possible. So your primary lead is the information you got is Loren Kristol was meeting a strategist named Dara, D-A-R-A, and Dara he works in a foreign policy think tank, which is like Analysis Center 5. It's a very generic name, but that is in what they call the Inner Sanctum. Area for exemplars only. Initiates can go in if they're chaperoned by an exemplar. Aspirants are definitely out. This is their high security zone. Now, Dara, you are given a brief dossier on him. He is a specialist. He was a former soldier, but now he specializes in developing foreign policy for the Ultimates, at least publicly. A lot of his work is confidential, so he's very reputable, at least of the Ultimates. He is currently competing. He is in the Ultimate War Game, which is a massive war simulator on all levels. In fact, a lot of these smaller competitions will tie into that on a strategic and tactical level. So he's one of it's basically, it's actually based loosely on Minerva 4. Hey, if you were fighting a gate war between two rival factions and you had a gate on the moon of that planet.
Just in theory,
yeah. How would
hypothetically.
How would you take this over? This prize, yeah. How would you turn the anarchists against each other and then get the hypercore to implode so you could swoop in and pick up all the juicy gates? So that's the competition. So you all...
Sorry. That's my new text sound.
That was worth it.
Your muse is still not an ultimate, though. I see. There are the most obvious way that Hondo suggests, because he's a pretty straightforward guy, is that he's going to be busy in a lot of the higher ranking parts of this competition are going to be held in the Inner Sanctum himself. He has a larger apartment that you could totally break into, and he probably has a...
Dara does.
Dara does, yes. So you could just do a B&E job. You'd have to case it. You'd have to figure out what kind of gear you want to do, what kind of approach you want to do. Get in there. The intel, there should be an ecto there, because he knows the standard policy is for people working on confidential stuff is to put it on air-gapped ectos, so that it can't be stolen unless you can physically get to it. And hey, there's no safer place than Xiphos, technically. At least until now. So there are, of course, other ways to it. So that's the first thing. That's one possible way. You can obviously figure out other ways, but yeah, you need to figure out the details of the meeting between Dara and Loren Kristol. So that's your lead.
Are the egos still here?
You do not know. You can make research checks once you get in there, because actually, as aspirants, you are not given ultimate credentials until you compete. Until you prove yourself, because you're technically not even aspirants, because Hondo's vouched for you heavily. His reputation's on the line, by the way.
So we're intern aspirants.
You're like prospects, like if this is a hazing.
It's walk-on day in college.
Yeah.
Red shirts.
Once you prove yourself, you will be able to get the credentials to make research checks to find out what the egos would be. Because once you get that, they'll make a lot more information available to you, especially stuff like, hey, where we keep all these egos. And for you, they're probably going to be using some of those egos in their simulation, in your propaganda competition. Control the gene trash competition, which is what it is literally nicknamed. How can you manipulate that gene trash?
Fuck.
Yeah, these are the guys you have to imitate. So you land in the shuttle.
So apparently the propaganda department isn't in charge of titling the contests for the
This is for.
department.
It's like
It's on Xiphos. They're not going to sugarcoat
Exactly.
anything.
Actually,
this is like the Office party video. It's like the Christmas party
I
video.
hope Fox News is like that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, take a left at jingoism. But if you want to stop before you get to the exploiting the elderly department, because then you've gone too far.
Well, it's like Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, where they have Santa Lennon come in.
But once you're there, you'll be at the piss trough that isn't our microphones, which is what we call our bathroom.
And then next up, you have the Repository of Lies, Bill O'Reilly studio. Anyways,
I totally
the author of Lies. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
because he lies. That's the joke.
Yeah, because he totally was outside when a Lee Harvey Oswald friend shot himself.
And he saw nuns being executed in El Salvador.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even though CBS reports are going, what the
He was in
fuck are
the
you
combat
talking
zone
about?
in the Falklands.
Yes. It was a bad hotel, man. You don't know what it was like there. The room
Oh, I
service is like-
misremembered. The nuns were executing El Salvadorians. Oh, sorry about that. I misspoke.
All right, so as you get in, you can see there's a throng of people waiting at their customs gate. Large, burly warriors, mentons, and looking quite, arrogant and condescending. That's sort of the common look, as everyone's sizing everyone else up. You realize...
A lot of sneering.
A lot of sneering.
Oh my god, we're in space, Florida.
You can... Wow.
Bite somebody's ear off. Show them you're the crazy one.
So this will take some time to get processed if you just mind your way. Or you could try and push your way to the front of the line through, a will to power. As you wait, one fist fight does break out between two, a meaty remade versus a meaty fury, you think, and the guards watch them beat each other.
Much meat.
There's a lot of meat. As they were trying to argue who was the worst gene trash, anarchists or those people on the moon, because fuck the moon for some reason.
How many people? How many other Ultimates are watching this fight?
There's
All
about
of them, I think.
No, there's a lot of happening, and just to aspire newbies, giving each other love tap. Fuck that. I mean, they still have their internal organs intact. It's not hardcore enough for them.
No one's been disemboweled yet.
No one's been disemboweled. They're just using fists. They haven't. What's the name of that samurai manga that was super hardcore? It wasn't like that.
Death Frenzy.
Yeah, Death Frenzy. It's not a Death Frenzy level. So they're the hard.
That's in the other half.
Yeah.
Where they keep the...
There's about 100 people in this area.
The sword dance.
There's 5 essentially customs guards or custom officials who are going to process you, and then there's about 90 aspirants waiting to get in line. Hondo just has to leave. He's just like, it would look weak if he waited with you.
Okay, that's fine. But although, what are the morphs that these guys are in?
The fighters?
Yeah, the fighters.
One's in a remade, one's in a fury.
So
they're just beating the shit out of each other. Everyone's watching. Some people are taking bets.
I'm just gonna let them do their fighting. Work my way around the outside. Go to the customs guards and just look. Can we process this?
Well, you have to wait in line. Yeah. You can give me a persuasion check if you want to try that.
I'm following him.
Okay.
I was thinking protocol, maybe.
Oh, protocol. Yeah, very good.
No, terribly sorry.
75 out of 80.
All right. Yeah. No. It's like, oh well, you have the foresight to actually focus on your goal. Good job, aspirant. So you get in.
These gentlemen are with.
They can get their own way. Are you caretaking them? Do they need your help? Are they so weak that they need your help?
Screw you guys, I'm going in.
Exactly.
yeah, this is
Individualistic is the name of the game here.
well. I'll
Sadly.
move my way up past him.
Okay.
Past around.
Well, another guy sees this happen, and he butts in front of you. Says, "Oh, he saw what David did." It's like, "Oh, well, I'll do what he does." And so he starts talking.
Deception, actually pushing.
Well,
my way.
you can try to you could fray to get in front of him by just ducking and weaving. Or
It's a fucking airport.
Yeah, it is. It's an airport filled with people who are roid raging with
Airports.
Yeah.
Throw an elbow at his teeth, Aaron. Throw an elbow at his teeth.
Yeah, we're gonna fray. So
Yeah.
Oh my god.
it's gonna be fun.
It begins.
Aaron, we've been on the station 4 seconds. They all know Krav Maga. Space Krav Maga. What are you doing?
Having fun.
All right, yes.
Go for it. Spin that moxie.
So yeah. But it's afraid it's 44. That's a critical success. For
Oh
us.
yeah, no, you ninja your way in front of him, and he's like,
Oh, excuse me.
"Oh yeah, okay, all right." So you
Oh, actually, should be excuse me. You're like, get the hell out of the way, newbie.
okay, he was just impressed because he was literally just like in front of it, but you just appear before him.
Smoke bomb!
Exactly. He's like, all right, yeah, no, you get
Makes
in.
it even weirder since I'm in a remake, so you have the weird eyes, nostrils. Damn, you're in the
So
ground.
Tom,
I'm just like,
you don't have to make any skill checks. You guys both get +5 ultimate rep. You rep. It's
Yay!
I'll actually I'll make my own. If anyone I'll just walk like no one else is there, and if someone gets in my face, I'll intimidate.
okay. You have to intimidate.
Yeah.
There will be a guy in front of you.
Fair enough. Yeah,
All right, this will be an opposed check. What did you roll?
26 and fuck it.
Well, let me roll. Jesus Christ. He gets a 9, so you beat him. So
Essentially, but I have like carapace armor, but like my
Yeah.
whole face is covered. When he does, I just look at him.
yeah.
Then
All right. He doesn't. So as you're doing that,
So there's people like Camille Club crawling every surface, trying to get by.
well, most people are still watching the fight. There's credits right.
He's like trying to get your customs in Moscow.
So the Fury will win. The Fury does win, but he's in a bad shape. But they've remade. The guards specifically say, if he can't get to the custom gates, he doesn't deserve to be here. And so that kind of is a chilling effect as they realize, if you can't get there, they'll just push you out the nearest exit, which happens to be the airlock for remade guy. You get through though. So Caleb, are you just going to be polite and wait?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. You eventually get it. So Tom, you get 1 U rep for that.
yay.
David got the more rep because he was protocol is a rarer skill among ultimates, so it's more valuable for everyone.
He
Yeah.
knows officious food.
Yes, exactly. So you all get
I know what is and is not done.
remade guy. You do see remade guy get pushed out the airlock eventually. As
I don't. I'm already through.
Yeah, you don't, but Caleb does. So as they just literally have some bots with
Have they done it yet?
They're doing it as you're processing it. They have robots with space mops literally pushing them into the airlock. The blood trail going.
Is there any way I could stop this?
You could. Yeah, how do you want to do that? You could just talk. I mean, it's a small enough. I mean, it's a large room, but you could raise your voice and say something, or you could go over and lose your place in line to do that. Or you could tell the guy one moment and then go over.
Hey, that guy owes me money.
Yeah, I'll lose my place in line and go over.
Okay. All right. They look at you. The bots say, "What? We have been ordered to push him out."
Don't do that.
Okay. They stop doing that. The guy looks at you. Why?
That which doesn't kill us makes us stronger.
Okay.
You are now more powerful than the one who thinks he can win any fight.
Okay. Yeah. Give me persuasion check to see how effective your words on the crowd itself. I'll give you a plus 10.
Am I shouting this?
No, people can hear you.
Behold!
People can. They have enhanced hearing. You forgot. They all have super ears.
Shout, and shout again!
And besides that, if you saw...
Can I
the one guy
impersonate?
just step up and just... No.
I'd allow you to impersonate.
What?
You could use impersonate.
Like sound like an ultimate 15?
Yeah. All right. You get 5 you rep as well. By showing, a more sophisticated understanding of philosophy than just kill or be killed. So good job.
What's his name?
Frank.
His name is
Donnie.
Hero with an I. He's a
like,
Japanese name.
He's like, I own you now.
What are you here to compete in, Hero?
I thought hand-to-hand fighting, but I don't know at this point. If the random guy could just take me out like that, I don't
What
know.
was your second skill?
Demolitions?
I suggest you focus on that.
Yeah.
At least until you find a healing path.
Yeah, well, the med sheet will take care of that. Pay, don't hurt. An ancient philosopher told me, I saw that.
Don't hurt.
Yeah.
Hey, don't hurt.
Yeah. So you all get through customs. You're all given your logins, and so we can do This is sort of an open-ended scene where you guys
Sandbox.
Sandbox. It is a sandbox area. You haven't gotten any stars yet, so you can actually wander around. You can
This
visit.
is weird.
Look at all this sand in here.
Well, they have actually Zen gardens in here. This place does have gravity, and they actually have numerous. As you walk around, it's actually quite beautiful and elegant in sort of a neoclassical way. There are several sort of meditation gardens.
A kicking pit for declaring we are the ultimates and kicking someone into
This
it.
is something. They just have
This is a tube. It's off the side of the habitat. They got to spin it at like an insane amount of G's just so people will fall down it.
It's worth it.
They're kicking
Are they all?
The fuel costs alone, sir. Shut up.
We need kicking
We need the kicking pit.
Wow.
Cut more life support.
They need that much life support. They aren't ultimate enough.
Well, I know that what Tom was referring to is throw the wimp down and kick sand in his face.
No, it was more. No, it was 300.
Yeah, just so you know, this is a massive station. This is almost just 5.5 kilometers long and 1 kilometer in diameter. So there are. It does have all the sort of accoutrements of any major station. Everything, the food, everything you have for now is free. Your personal gear has been stowed. You can request it
until we're put into the Hunger Games.
Well, again, it's voluntary. You have to prove it. You can't be forced into it because again, they're individualistic. That's their thing. You have to, mind over matter, will to power, and all that. So they can't force you to do anything. But once you agree to it, you're fair game. So that's just how they roll. But there are numerous meditation gardens, dojos, garden museums, actually, including one that sports an actual Xiphos, which is an ancient Greek short sword, that is from Earth, so that you could look at and be like, holy shit, that's really old and really far from where it was made.
And there's no Titan-infested nanites that infest it.
No, it's not like
no football helmets.
They have football helmets. Ancient gladiatorial combat through the ages, Some argue that in the gladiators of this area were worse off than those of ancient Rome because they suffered long-term crippling brain injuries that were invisible.
Hey, look at this
We
one.
admire their stoic
It was that organization with the birds as their mascot. I hear they really fucked up that one year.
Yes, such was their hubris.
And here
They flew too close to the sun. They're really into Greek mythology, too.
Is this a bar stool with a blood spatter on the top of it? It looks like a bar stool.
Another weapon of an ancient warrior.
And here is the dirge that they played when they were going onto the battlefield. Played what was referred to as a verve pipe.
The game. Let's just take a comedy tour. Ultimate's habitat.
Yeah. There are thousands of Ultimates milling about. There's all these places you could, start casing Dara's apartment if you want to do the beanie job. You could do research. For example, now you can do the check to figure out where the egos are.
I'll help research.
I would like to take a look at two things. One,
Okay.
Dara's apartment, and the other thing I would like to research is what is the appropriate ultimate tea party.
Well, hold on. One thing.
No.
Okay. Did either of you fail? How much did you fail by?
30?
Okay.
5, but it was a critical failure.
Oh. Well, I'll say you got Caleb gave you a +10 bonus. So,
Okay, so that would be a critical success.
You don't get much information. Well, you get basic information. You find out that the egos were transferred. Huh?
Never mind. I'm sorry.
Well, it's not that hard. It's basically they're ultimate in Wikipedia, where they're
Ultimapedia.
Ultimapedia, where apparently is this article worthy of being included? We shall decide by gladiatorial combat is actually a thing.
Gladiatorial editing.
Yeah, gladiatorial editing is a thing.
Publisher parents.
No, notability! He screamed as he died. You find out that the egos were transferred. They're indentures, technically, so eventually they'll be released back to Mars, where they were purchased from, with their minds wiped. But they are being used as research subjects and workers at Ariel. And Ariel, you find out, is another Ultimate station. It is a small moon of Uranus that is half rock and half ice, less than 1,200 kilometers in diameter. It is a very unstable place, but they have a research facility there. That is totes top secret. But that is all you're able to find out through their database, basically. The rest
store them here?
They do not store them here. Of course, this Ariel is fairly close to Xiphos, so they would be able to farcast.
So the egos are not anywhere in Xiphos?
Not on Xiphos, no.
Okay.
So they would be transferring them from Ariel to wherever Loren wanted them sent.
All right, just give up, guys.
Huh?
Do they have numbers?
The exact number, no. You thousands. You don't have the exact number, though.
Okay.
You would have to get better rolls for that.
All right, look, we're not going to succeed. Let's just give up, guys.
Wow.
Just throw it in.
It's not very ultimate of you.
Let's go to the airlock.
I just want to go walk the
Just throw
Charlie
yourself
Brown
in the
sad music
cave.
So David, what was your first question? You can do one of the. Yeah, you're doing casing the apartment or the tea party thing.
Yeah.
You can do one of those. Which one do you want to do first?
Well, when is my deadly tea party?
It's open thing. We can do that now, or we can do that later. I'm not gonna you guys all have to do that before you can move on for the most part. So
Okay,
yeah.
let's case the apartment first.
Okay. You
Find out
head to the
basic
apartment.
info.
What are you rolling? Investigation or perception or?
Let's go perception.
Okay. Go ahead.
Nope.
It's there.
There's a building.
It's an apartment. You see the room that he is in. It's a large room, but there's a door. You can't see through the door. And T-rays are, even if you have a T-ray emitter, it is illegal to turn them on.
I succeeded on my perception check.
Not that you could, and there are spines there. So if you want to use T-ray emitters or other things like that, you'd have to hack the spines in the area to disable those things. So,
but I did succeed on my perception check.
you can see that he is in the middle. Even for the higher ups, their apartments are fairly small for a station of this size. Fairly again Spartan, but there is there's 3 apartments on this little row. His is in the center. The one on the left side is empty. You can tell that it's unoccupied. No one's been assigned to it. That's what you figure out with the basic perception. You have to use other skills to get more information.
Research.
But it's got the standard door lock, standard security software, standard spimes.
Research. Could you research on how high do we have to be in the hierarchy? Sorry, to be able to get that apartment. Or
and research to see what basic information I can
well, no, you don't have to make a research check for that. You need to be exemplar or higher, and you have to be a permanent resident.
Okay.
Can we look up the floor plan?
Yeah, you can see. No, the basic floor plan you can see. Like they share a wall between them. So if that's what you're looking for. So
well, basically the layout. I'm trying to figure out what is going to be the best way in. Actually, Profession Assassin would work really good for that.
Okay, yeah, give me that would definitely.
Odd 3 out of 80.
That's okay. I mean, it's not like again.
It's a marginal success.
It's a marginal success. They share a wall, and the wall is Durasteel, but there's a ton of things that could cut through that. If you can get in the abandoned apartment, you can cut through, and the sensors aren't going to be as good. So, the basic procedure, regardless of what you're going to do, is hack the sensors, hack the spawns for this area. That would be step 1. Step 2 would be either hacking the door in to get directly in, or hacking the the empty apartment. The empty apartment would be easier to hack through because Dara would probably not use the default password. He'd keep his door firmware up to date, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So you'd have to easy hack or hard hack for the door. If you're in the abandoned apartment, then you'd have to cut through the wall in order to get into his apartment. So you'd have to either get disassemblers, something melty, and again, or a diamond blade.
The technical term.
Yeah. Well, there's a number of solutions.
It's actually the brand name, something melty.
Space thermite?
Yeah, space thermite. Or you could use muscle power. You could use you could cut through it with a diamond axe eventually. You guys are a bit It's not. Yeah.
You need an energy drink while you're doing this?
If you use something hot, you're going to have to hack more sensors because the heat will carry, and that's going to be a problem.
So our choices are to use something melty, something choppy, or something hotty.
That's if you're going in from the abandoned apartment.
What about something?
There's nothing. There's no convenient air duct that lets you crawl from that apartment.
Oh, bullshit! There's always an air duct.
The other thing, or you could try and figure out a way to get through Dara's door, which would be a very difficult hack. So you'd have to do it after you disable the sensors. So
would you like to buy some Ultimate Scout cookies? Yeah.
So that's for the B&E job. That's where you figure out. That's a basic procedure for breaking in any kind of locked apartment without people in it. There are ways you can soften that up. You can figure, even in the Ultimates, there's got to be a black market here for like software and shit like that. You could find exploits for the door software.
Or for lacy frilly things that you can't be seen buying on the open market.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. That's a huge black market. Ultimates have urges. Sometimes those urges aren't appropriate for the Ultimates.
Jane Austen?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Or if you need a red dress that you have to do a really lewd scene with.
It's not so much red dresses. Again, it would be the submissive part of certain things. Like the Ultimates, again, their will to power. Anything that's not into that is really bad.
Bootleg space DVD of the room?
Yeah. That's just...
Yeah, can I find like the ultimate cabaret? Like well, his drags all night long and...
yeah, you can give me a research
looks
check.
askance.
You actually see that
nothing but shame.
The ultimate cabaret would be about pretending to be gene trash, though. Look at me, I'm anarchist drug taking gene trash. I have fun all day. I don't work out until I bleed, and then
I run it on the scum swarm.
Yeah. I mod my body for a performance, not pleasure. yeah. Or for pleasure.
Why are we doing foppish voices?
I don't know.
So that's obviously what they sound like.
Yeah.
Clearly, they're gene trash. I mean,
yeah. So that's what you have been doing. Tom, what are you doing while they're all doing this basic background stuff, researching?
Well, you've already tried hacking, haven't you?
No. They've just figured out the basic procedure.
I'll see if there's anything I can dig up.
On what? That's a broad topic.
1, 2, 3, 4. How do I hack the freaking door?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. What skill do you want to roll for that?
InfoSec.
InfoSec would be perfect.
Yay! I have that.
Networking criminal would work too.
30. Yeah.
Okay. the abandoned door or the unused apartment's not really abandoned. It's just vacant. I guess
it's available.
Yeah, it's vacant. Would be a standard hack to do, but you can tell Dara has made a jailbroken. Upgraded the software to his door, so that would be a much more difficult hack. Might be monitored actively by another ultimate.
I think we're going to need a damn soul to open this.
Yes. So there's also the spine stuff. The sensors around in that block would be... So there'd be two opposed info sections.
One to get rid of the sensors.
And then one to get the vacant apartment or Dara's door. So the sensors you have to disable first.
Yeah, that's an easier hack, but then we have to figure out...
You also have to do it in physical proximity. You have to be in the hallway. It's got a very... you can't...
But somebody said, the one next door would be an easier hack, but then we're going to have to get through into the next one.
Exactly.
Which that's the Bernie Melty.
Well, Sharpie. Or you can come up with other solutions.
Diamond Choppy.
There are other solutions.
Or all three.
Going to be open up to.
Oh yeah, can I look up schematics of it? Not just the basic layout of when the building was built.
Those are probably available because they basically have Ultimate Realtor. Do you want a place to live here? Are you strong enough?
Of course, you want to scout it out first before you make any decision.
Recon!
Like a wise warrior always scouts out his home base. Only a fool puts it on a place.
There's a lot of Sun Tzu quotes, is what I'm saying on that mesh site.
The key to victory is knowing the ground.
Exactly.
What do you mean you don't like the sconces?
And Machiavelli and Clausewitz.
Because I think we all know what happened when the consuls at the Battle of Cannae decided to put their troops in the open field below instead of the hills above that would have neutralized the cavalry.
God, now I want to see.
Why do all the billboards scream?
I really want to see the ultimate version of Glenn Ross.
I said to you, what's your name? But his head explodes like in Scanners.
I challenge you to death fight. Looking at probably a couple of you're not going to buy it. Duel. Anyway,
the second best seller gets death.
ABD, always be decapitated.
Always be choking.
Cortical stacks are for winners.
Yeah, exactly. So is that okay? So everyone's done a little bit.
Are there air ducts, but are they just too small to crawl through?
There's air filtration systems, stuff like that. Yeah, it's way too small to crawl. You could get a nanoswarm.
But that's what we're at. Could we get something remote control that we could have it go through?
Assuming you get the sensors down first, you could get a nanoswarm or something very small. I guess. So
if we need to scout the place out, we can do it that way.
Well, you have the basic schematics of what the room should look like. You can't use T-rays to confirm it.
They're illegal.
Well, it's not it's they have individualistic privacy and all that shit. So.
Wow, they actually respect privacy.
Well, in a sort of fascist, weird way, so, Yeah.
Were you looking at my stuff? Why were you looking at my stuff?
Anyway, so one of you, I will say, for every round of researching background activities, one of you will have to do a competition.
Do I have enough time to look through the tea ceremonies and all of that real quick?
You can do that. If you want to go first.
I'll go first.
All right.
And that is a success on the research.
Okay. So you get the basic protocol of the game. You're able to prepare. So this is basically
the ultimate tea ceremony.
It's murder mystery, but for ultimates, and so it's for realsies.
There was an actual murder.
Yes, there is an actual murder. They put an indentured in a splicer morph, and they fucking poison him, or not. So you randomly you're chosen to the assassin or the bodyguard. And so you're going to be it's basically having tea with a hypercorp executive, which is some indentured who's scared out of his mind and just very nervous.
Get in character.
So the tea room looks like a church basement.
Yeah. So the idea is to protocol to basically do this elaborate hypercorp ceremony. It's basically to
be able to tell if one of the servants is fake because he served from the wrong side.
Well, the thing is, it's just you, the assassin, and the. There are background servants. So, yeah.
That's not much of a game.
Yeah.
Think you're the assassin?
No.
You got me!
No, the idea is not to. If you're the assassin, it's to do it while obviously to poison his cup while being undetected. If you're the defender, you cannot accuse him unless you have proof, which means you have to catch him in the act. You have to wait until figure out exactly how he's going to deliver the poison, and then catch him there. So that's a perception check. So either way, you have to look for a hole in the security and then exploit it. So the way you figure out the hole in it is the protocol. This is in your basic research check. The thing is, you don't know how the poison's going to be delivered. It could be liquid. It could be a contact poison. It could even be an aerosol poison made when it is he shakes his hand or breathes at him. So that's a perception check to figure out where it is. And there's also basically feints, like, oh, shaking your hand. Oh, and then you rush forward. Oh, he's trying to do a contact poison. Nope, it wasn't that. You fail. So, I
would win this game.
Yeah.
Shoot the hostage, David. If you kill him, you found the assassin.
Now this is a scored competition. It's not necessarily winner take all, because again they're just judging how competent you are. So if you lose, if it's a very close match, you'll get points and almost as much credit as the other guy.
I'm gonna say this: if there is one Princess Bride reference while you do this, I'm gonna make this pencil disappear.
Oh God!
So your retribution for references is another reference.
I didn't say I was a total hypocrite.
At least he owns up to it. Now, David, you can either choose to go randomly, which will give you more credit. Your opponent is choosing to go randomly. Or you can choose if you want to be the assassin or defender.
I will go randomly.
All right. So
if he's going random, I am going
the assassin is harder, so it's slightly harder because you have to figure out you have to choose what delivery method you're going to use for your poison.
I actually have a couple of skills that might help for that too.
Yeah. So, anyways, if I roll even, you will be the assassin. Okay.
Okay.
Odd, you are the defender. So, all right. So you're both tied.
Are there announcers for this event?
Yes, there are announcers for all the events.
Your commentators.
It's like golf. Oh, all right. So we're opening with a Venetian tea ceremony, or with a Japanese tea ceremony. Oh, very classical choice. Yes. What is our assassin doing? Oh, we'll find out. So the indentured is just a guy in a splicer morph who realizes he has a good chance of experiencing death. So he is quite nervous, but he has to go through the roll, or he won't be released from indentured servitude. So at least that's what he's been told. It's this, or get the running of the hounds, where they staple fox ears to his head and put him in the death course, which is their obstacle course with lots of death. So again, it's the Ultimates.
I'm doing a bowl for that, or?
Yeah, you can get a bowl from up there. All right, so you're the defender, David. Okay. So first off, this will be an opposed protocol check as you go through the tea ceremony. It's 60, and he gets okay, what'd you get?
79.
I'm sorry, what?
79.
Is that a...
Wait. Oh, damn. 79 out of 80.
Okay. Well, he has made a classic blunder for assassins at tea ceremonies. He has chosen to poison the leaves themselves, and because he rolled a 66 critical failure, because his skill is 60.
It's amateur night at tea party, Bill.
Yeah.
It's sad to see this. People look forward to this event all year and see this kind of play.
Did he really try to mask that neurotoxin with chamomile? That's a rookie mistake.
Hey, tell me, Steve, remember the tea party of '69?
Oh, how can I forget?
I like this game already. All right, so you already can technically call a winner. You can just basically say, it's the tea leaves. You win with the basic default. However, you could try and basically spike the football, by making a perception check to wait until right before he performs it, and gives it over. And so you know he's going to poison the tea leaves. You can see the opening, so you can just call it now, or you could try and catch him right in the act to get more points.
I'm going to see if I can rack up those points.
Or make him eat the leaves and say, why are you poisoning yourself? Why are you poisoning yourself?
All right.
Damn.
14 on the perception out of 65.
Okay, he rolled 14 as well with his sleight of hand, or infiltration check, basically. But defenders win ties. That has been the RPPR house rule. So you barely catch him. You almost, even though you know it, you almost blow it. But you just catch him in the minute of time. You grab him by the wrist, and
is it possible to cover it up with a protocol roll? Basically, to win with style by saying, it's so gauche to serve Darjeeling. Everyone knows that Ceylon is the appropriate tea for this day.
Oh, yeah, all right. This will be, however, this is a double or nothing thing. You fail this roll, you will lose, I will say.
33, critical success.
Jesus Christ. All right, it's an amazing performance. Oh, my God.
Everyone and their brother knows that Hypercorps prefer Earl Grey.
All right, yeah, they prefer the classic.
The tea in his face.
As we lost English breakfast in the fall.
Sometimes I wonder if surviving was worth it.
All right, so David, you get 10 ultimate rep. It's an amazing performance. It makes the highlight reel of the day.
So, like, some guy running the death raid, gladiatorial spear combat,
Yeah.
tea party, fucking gun shooting.
Well, there's also scientific debate and see what kind of Franken creatures we can make in the lab, or like what kind of there's literally battle bots. All right, so there's a lot.
And battle bots are coming back.
And there's of course the end of the highlight reel. The highlight of the highlight reel itself is always the EOD competition because that's the victory or death. So that's
EOD.
Explosive ordnance disposal.
Ah.
If you do it wrong,
Yeah.
you don't get a second chance.
You get to re-sleeve.
That's your prize.
So like, hey, and now, Bill, perhaps we can watch the best part, like the ultimate fate of the poor indentured who thinks he's getting out of this alive.
Yeah. So yeah, you get 10 ultimate rep from that. So you can use. There is a networking ultimate skill. I will say Hondo can make checks for you at 60, but otherwise you can use other skills to talk to ultimates of that faction at a negative 10 penalty. Obviously not Firewall, because you're the only person you know who's in Firewall on the station is Hondo, and you know if you get caught, he's probably going to get screwed too. So you're deep cover, no support. So that ends that one. Does do you guys want to do more background research checks? Or you can of course try and get stuff to do the B&E job if you want to do that, or figure out alternate ways to get in.
I will try.
Like you do research on Dara himself, like more research on him.
Oh,
You only have a
I'm going to
basic
see if we
concept.
can get some of the supplies we need for the job. How much is it going to cost me to get something melted?
Well, on Caleb just right.
I was just rolling networking criminals.
Okay, to figure out what.
Ultimate Cabaret. Like,
Yes,
where's the Shame District?
You figure out where the Shame District is. It is actually the one that's still under construction. You actually have to pass through. You have to get a vac suit to get to it because the part that they have the cabaret in does have life support, but you have to go through the void to get to it. Because yes, lots of shame, and it is about pretending to be anarchist gene trash and taking drugs and living a life of pleasure instead of pushing yourself, which is their secret shame. So, and then, of course, that ends in the celebratory orgy as well, usually. But it's a lot less aggressive than the official one. Like it's
The official orgy.
yeah. There is, yeah,
And it's less rapey.
yeah.
Hey, Bill, remember the orgy of '69?
Hey, man, they go back to the original Olympics, man. That's what they're thinking of. So.
Yeah, you got to train for the
You got. You have to do research, figure out what kind of oil to use. I mean, there's a lot of decisions to go in. All right, so that's what you're doing. You figured that out. You can go there if you want.
I am.
All right, so you're going there. David, what were you trying to figure out?
Can I use some of my newfound UREP to purchase something melty that we will need for the job?
Yes. Again, if you get something melty, you can get essentially. The easiest thing is space thermite, but again, you will have to do 2 more hacking tests to get all the sensors in an area around it to, say, oh yeah, there's not something burning super, super hot. Because again, heat radiates. Or you have to figure out something to conceal that. So build basically a custom-built refrigerator around your thermite.
Well, actually...
you guys are going the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Don't think hot, think cold.
That's what... I was almost thinking we should do a freezer... do like a freezer weapon to...
Oh, yeah, you could do that as well. That would be the other thing. That would require, though, some sort of physical science to make it. It would be a custom thing. So chemistry or hardware armory...
could we actually...
There's more in the thing.
Yeah, but it's weird. It's different kind.
I don't care.
I think it's a green box in there. God, you had a look of rage until... Oh, there might be some more in there.
But
you could call in favors to have someone make that for you.
I was thinking if we could do that, or...
Hondo could try and make it for you. I'll say he has the hardware armor.
Or I was thinking about going to one of the other weapons developers saying, I'm trying to train myself for a competition on... I forgot in the book, was Europa colonized by now, or...
Everything's colonized.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's a diabetes.
So
because the Titan colonized there.
So
Well, that's not a resort.
Well, people still go there to die.
Yeah, to die. Fair.
I'm trying to think for I want to go to somebody who at least could develop that. Say,
What skills did you officially sign up for?
Well,
What official skills did you sign up for?
Symbol space design and viral marketing.
Okay, the thing is, you realize you cannot lie to a higher rank ultimate about this. You can just look at your ultimate book space profile and see what skills you're listed as. So you can do that, but you will then actually have to compete in those categories.
Interests.
Yeah.
Cleansing fire of pain.
Exactly.
Scrimshaw.
So, if you want to do that, you can do that, but you actually...
Aren't those one
the
and
thing
the
is,
same?
wait, you won't even have to roll. It's just you'll have to actually go through a competition where you have to use your Dr. Freeze gun, basically. Because testing experimental weapons, that's great. I hope you're not too attached to that morph.
I kind of am.
Well, yeah.
Just because it's the only one I have right now. Okay. Cause my original
You
plan
can,
was
if you make networking criminal, you could try and get it illegally.
Okay, I'll make it a networking criminal.
All right, give me a networking criminal. Negative 10 penalty because it's ultimate criminals.
Oh god. So, what was my criminal? That was. I missed it, but I will go ahead and take a Moxie so I can reverse it and get success of 14.
There's some mercenaries. So you want something to freeze something, so you can bash through the wall?
It's pretty much it's like we're actually doing an experiment just to see what it. To make it more.
Don't tell me. Don't condescend to me. Just I don't care what you need it for. What I need from you is rep. 20 rep, and I'll do it.
So, and are they only dealing with ultimate rep?
Yes.
Shit, I only have 5.
Yeah.
Right now.
Don't worry, stand and offer.
But it's like, I'm actually getting ready to go into the into competition. Specifically, I'm a symbol space designer and a viral
And
marketing.
win a lot of rep.
So, I want to rep, but if you want to be able to lower the cost just a little bit, I can make sure that your designs are front and center.
No. I don't want any publicity from you. Because whatever you're going to do it for, you're a stupid aspirant, you're a stupid newbie, you're probably going to get caught, and I don't want to be the person who gets busted with you. I just want your rep.
So, let's see, persuasion.
Okay, you can make a roll.
So, yay.
No publicity, Jesus, yeah.
Yeah.
This is breaking the rules. He is.
We're doing D&D. They don't want to be...
Well,
22 critical success. Okay, we won't do any kind of... That's like any kind of advertisements in yours. However, we will be able... but if we do anything from what we get from this job, I can pass you something along.
Wait, actually, there is something you can do.
Okay.
And I'll give you a double batch, actually. There's these group of freaks at the end of the ship. Why don't you spray some of it on the life support system they hooked up so that they'll have to leave the little cabaret early. And I'll give it to you for free.
Can I use a deception check now? To say, yeah, I'll do it.
If you don't do it, I'll know, and I'll find you. But anyway, yeah. I mean, well, you don't. He doesn't say that. So you can go and make a deception check.
The GM says that.
Yeah.
Branching a knife.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, I mean,
freaks in the cabaret, kill them. That's the ultimate mindset. If you do
You can wait
anything
till
but
Caleb
that,
leaves
you
if
risk
you
breaking
can't
our
tell.
big cover.
go and give me a deception.
Okay.
You do it full. It's just that.
Ought to.
All right. He makes his kinetic check. So he says, just. So you're not going to do it. So yeah, 20 ref, or take out those freaks. Actually, you can give me a kinetic check.
Okay. 41, yes.
You realize he doesn't really care about the freaks. But there's probably... So you're not sure why he cares about that. Something about them pisses him off. But it's not. He's not obviously doing it out of purity. He could just call the cops on them. Or the ultimate, authority.
Well, not to button your business,
Yeah.
obviously, but did you lose somebody towards that place?
You don't have... Yeah, yes, he did. You can tell that from his face. So you need to make a persuade check to get him to spill the beans.
Where are you? 65, yes.
All right. Yeah.
Yay, enhanced pheromones.
God damn it, Steve. We were buddies in the war. But then he
went all whoopsie.
He doesn't know anything except being an ultimate mercenary, but then he just goes there and he pretends to be someone else. I don't get it. God damn it, Steve. Why? So he's just consumed with rage. His bromance is being interrupted.
So really, do you want Steve out of the picture, or
No!
do you want him back?
Bring him back into the fold.
Yeah. Just get him to stop hanging out with those freaks.
Alright, I'll see what I can do.
All right. I'll have it here if you can get him back.
Okay.
For war.
Do I know,
Just war.
Hey, Caleb, do I know you're... do I know you're
That's what
actually...
we call it.
Do I know you're going to the void?
I don't know. It's up to you.
You can ask.
Aspen, or you
Yeah, your attack net still works, obviously.
Alright, I have an option on a freezer that can break through the wall, but apparently we have to track down somebody named Steve who's in the void.
Okay. Do I need to become Steve? Am I Steve now?
No, Aspen, we don't have to. You don't have to become Steve. We just apparently need to bring Steve out of there, convince him of the error of his way, so he'll go
Go back to Frank.
to go back to Frank.
So I should be Frank?
Well, no, you don't have to be Frank. You want to be Frank with him, possibly, but you just need. We can see if we can bring him back. If we do, we get a free freezer.
I'll be somebody else then.
Okay. So Caleb, are you heading to the cabaret? Mm-hmm. Okay. So while you're doing that, Tom, what are you doing?
I guess.
You could do research for your upcoming competition. You could.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna see.
You could look for exploits on the black market for the door software, the sensor software.
I'm gonna try and research my competition.
All right. Give me a research check.
So what's your ploy first?
No.
Okay.
I'll come out.
Yeah, can't find
Right, there's actually a lot of rankings. Apparently, the Murder, Death, Kill Stealth Edition is really popular. So there's a lot of competitors. You're not sure what bracket you're in. If you're shit-faced newbie or God, what are these guys thinking? Apparently, yeah, they do have some problems with titling things here. It's just a systemic problem. But yeah, you.
There's one.
Yeah.
Poof.
So you don't know. You can. So what else are you? You can be doing other things while you're researching.
I'll actually see if I can't start working on some shortcuts on the.
Okay,
door
study the
hacking.
course.
Yeah.
Oh, on the door hacking. Okay.
No, the course.
Okay. That would be perception or squad tactics or something like that.
All right.
Would you like some help with that?
Yeah, sure. If you.
What were you doing earlier? You were. What was the last action you did, David?
Last thing I did was the tea party.
Okay, yeah. So you haven't done anything since then. All right. So go ahead and roll.
Nope.
Okay.
15 on Profession Assassin. You can cut this corner here.
Yeah. You will get a +10 bonus to one roll.
Okay.
With that. So, you have to save before you roll, though.
Right.
Anyways, Caleb, you get across to the cabaret. There are several dozen ultimates stuffed in here. It's kind of small for this many people, but there's raucous music. The latest stuff from the Stars My Destination Scumsworn. Remixes of the Release the Kraken. It's a vintage night, apparently. So
there's one on
One of those times was Firewall agents killed us on there?
Yeah.
No, me either.
so it's the Venus atmosphere diving.
yeah, apparently, they're using samples from that. So it's also playing it on the walls behind you. So it's it's basically.
Hey, check it out when there's
and they're screaming and they're like, "Oh, look at me! I'm gene trash!" Woo!
Hey, check it out when this arachnid. That's like this idiotic AGI in the arachnid almost drops me.
There's a hacked maker just pumping out whatever recreational drugs you want. You can easily find Steve, and even though it's dark and
I'm not looking for Steve yet.
okay,
I made a research check on my contest.
okay.
I want to know what I'm doing, but more specifically, since I got 100, I want to know who's judging it.
Okay. It's American Idol. There is essentially a panel of 3 judges. One of them is highly critical. I'll just use their names. There's the Simon, and then there is the.
Actually, raw as shit.
Yeah.
I forgot I had advanced vision. I would have made it with a plus 20 perception. So.
Then you get 2 more. You get 3 rolls total with a plus 10 bonus.
Works.
There is. I can't remember any of the other judges' names on that show.
There is a veteran who has been behind the scenes for a very long
Simon,
time.
Randy, and
Paula.
Paula. All right. So, with similar personality, super critical, middle of the road, and super positive. For Ultimates, again.
Until the drugs kick in which case she goes back.
The actual competition in this is actually getting a group of people that are in egos that are put in a symbol space of a city block on Earth before the fall, and they're told that it's going to be a major disaster coming of the type they don't know, and then you're trying to get them to go to the blue door in one specific building. That will be their shortcut to safety. The other team is trying to get them to go to the red door, and so you have a budget for messaging. You can build billboards or use viral marketing through the mesh network or anything like that. You cannot physically interact with them, but it's essentially 3 days of simulated time before the disaster, and how many people go to the blue door versus the red door. So there's like say 200 people in it. So yeah.
all right. Okay.
And obviously Aaron's on your team as well.
Okay, so I guess
I will
can
find the lead of the cabaret.
Okay.
Who runs this outfit?
She is an ultimate researcher.
Texas guy
who is right now calling herself Valentine. So you can figure out her real name easily if you want, but she prefers to be called Valentine while she's here. So, she's having a good time, helping basically MC the event as they do little skits for the amusement of others. Of basically doing very bad vaudeville type comedy, like very old jokes revolving around taking drugs, basically. So think Cheech and Chong or Seth Rogen type comedy is only less funny because
Dear God.
Yes.
Is that possible?
It is very easily when everyone there is essentially, Dolph Lundgren in Rocky 3 or whatever. So yeah.
All right. So I hop up and talk to her.
Yeah, she's very amused. She's kind of distracted, but yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, an aspirant here. You're a lot of us are kind of jaded veterans. Yeah, woo, jaded. But we're here to have a good time, and because being an ultimate is about being an individual, so we can't. We're marching to our own beat, and because we work hard, but we deserve to play hard in our own way. Yeah, our own way. So,
Can I speak to you in private?
sure. She goes off to the side. There's a little alcove you can talk to.
So I tell her the 3 people who are judging my contest.
Yeah.
I need some footage that you have of them here, either directly or of someone in their family.
And why would I do that?
Because I know you have it. Otherwise, this place wouldn't exist. And this is your niche. You've carved out an ecosystem. And the fact that you have this is probably the only reason you survive against the more conservative elements of your Ultimates.
Okay.
Furthermore, in approaching you with this on station, I think you're keen enough to understand the skill sets I could provide you if allowed to join the cause.
Okay.
And lastly, as if you need more help, I will put on a show that your customers will never forget.
Okay. That will definitely be a skill check to see if she calls your bluff. So I'd allow deception, intimidation. It's not impersonation because you're
It's
not.
definitely deception.
Yeah.
Could I possibly assist him over the...
You're not there.
6. I'll spend a moxie. I make it that time.
Okay.
45 out of 50.
All right. You beat her. She got a 23 in kinesics. So she believes. Look. Wow. You're. I see how it is. I bet you're a real aspirant too, huh? I didn't realize they were sending in undercover pros for this. What's your end game?
I need to win a contest.
Oh, okay. Look, I have. It's not over them. They're only mid-level, but I have over their supervisor. The head scientist. One of the head scientists in their department. Let's see here. His name is Hangrove Thorpe. You can. And she shows you XP of that. And yes, he's been very cooperative ever since then. And a lot of the higher ranking people show up here because for all their talk, they occasionally like to unwind too. Humans are funny like that. We can't be hardcore all the time. But look, there are some very, very scary people here. And if you fuck with me, if this goes south, you're the one who's going to be spaced without a backup. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. So she sends you the XP of Hangrove Thorpe.
Durante Delecta.
Well, that doesn't matter. It's the fact that he's wearing a leash and being ordered around by aspirants and being whipped and basically degrading himself. And like,
Just to be clear,
yeah.
as BDSM,
Yeah.
this game's still way less creepy than 50 Shades of Grey,
Well,
and
yeah.
way more accurate as BDSM.
Yeah.
And we're in fucking space, and I'm a gorilla.
And until recently, I was a robot.
Yeah.
Point to Caleb.
Never mind. Psychic gorilla.
You are a second. Well, I mean, I can only make the Ultimates so cartoonish, and like, I do not want them to go down. Yeah, exactly. So you have the footage. You have the blackmail footage on Hangrove.
All right.
So
Where's Steve?
you see him. He is just smoking some orbital weed.
I go over and touch him on the shoulder.
Yeah. Okay.
He's probably going to want to resist this.
Okay. His will is 15. And he gets a 90, so that is, he fails that pretty badly.
Drive emotion, arousal. Come with me, Steve.
Okay. He
I
gets
walk out.
All right.
I'm just going to leave Steve to wherever fucking Steve needs to go.
All right.
Good job.
All right. So Frank is like, Steve, are you ready for some war? And Steve's like, war, yeah. Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's
Just walking in. Well, promise has been made, right?
See you, Steve. I walk away.
All right. He gives you a locker number.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good doing business with you.
So
Have fun with your.
all right, so now it's time for another game. So who's up next? Tom?
Yeah, I'll go.
All right. So this is Murder, Death, Kill, Silent Edition, Toad Silent Ninja Edition. you are put in a dark and obstacle course, and one of you, both of you, are given a kinetic weapon of your choice. And the idea is not to the death; it's just to first blood. Of course, some people tend to go full auto because accidental death. Hey, yeah, exactly. That doesn't get you more points, but it's just it's awesome. So you're
doesn't get you more official points, but the crowd likes it.
You can have 3 accessories of your choice for a kinetic weapon of your choice.
Sniper rifle.
Rail or
rail.
Okay, rail. And what are your 3 accessories? You only get that.
Yeah, that's fine.
One magazine counts as an accessory.
Okay. So I get 3 accessories, you said?
Yes, and special ammo counts as an accessory as well.
All right. No, regular ammo.
Okay.
Scope.
Okay. You could look at the actual accessories.
No, actually, yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Gyro mount.
Okay, gyro mount. Very interesting. Okay. Let's
That is
see.
the imaging scope, gyro mount, and silencer.
Okay. So you have one load. And so this will be done first as an opposed infiltration check and perception check. So to figure out who sneaks up on who. And actually there will be two sets of them because you start here, your initial approach, and then when you close in, get within killing distance. So
Infiltration.
and we'll actually have a couple of approaches. One, you could do the standard sort of move around, find the best view, or you could just camp a spot, or you could try and rush them. What's your approach? Sort of balanced, camping, or rushing?
Balance first.
All right, balance. All right, so this will be against. Let's see here. First off, your infiltration check versus his perception.
Fair enough.
Let's see here. So, all right, 66 critical failure. All right, so you get an advantage. Next up, so you see exactly where he is. You were infiltrating, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you are very silent and very sneaky. Also, Chameleon Cloak is disabled for this, obviously, so you're not using that because they want to see the kills.
Sorry.
And no enhanced vision. You can use enhanced vision, but no T-rays or anything like that.
That's fine.
Baseline human senses. All right, so one more check. Oh, wait, no, he's going to try and sneak up on you. So let's see if you see him.
All right. Yep.
Legit. 79?
I have advanced. I have just simple advanced vision.
All right, yeah, that would give you a plus 3. Let's see here. All right. All right. So yeah, you totally see him. So you have the advantage. So you can take a shot at him right now as he's moving between cover at a -20, or you can move up, wait, and get closer. You also have your bonuses, so you can use those.
I'll wait till I'll let him get closer.
Okay. All right, another round. So you try to sneak up on him first.
Okay, I only use one of my plus 10s.
Okay.
50.
I'm rolling like shit. 84. So you totally sneak up on him. All right. Now he's going to try and sneak up on you. And he fails his check.
I see him.
All right. So yeah, you have advantage. You have plus 30 to hit him before anything else.
Take the shot.
All right, take it.
So my kinetic weapon starts at 85.
Okay.
So, and that's a plus 30.
I will say you critically fail on a 99. Other than that, yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. 17.
All right. And he doesn't see it coming. Because you won both those pretty well. It doesn't help when I roll like shit. And so you win as your sniper rifle tears through him. And he goes down. He's not dead because he is in a remade as well. But congratulations. You've won your game. Baseline.
I should, when I just looked down and was...
All right. 5 ultimate points for you. Or 5 ultimate round. Good job. So... So that's the second game. So really, there's only the one game left is the simulation. But you guys have another round of research or background actions you can do. So you have the freezer, or the basic, freezing goo to freeze the wall. Now you just need to hack stuff if you want to do that.
All right, do you want me to be your... who's got the
Or you
best,
can do other
who's got the
things
best
if you want.
infosec?
That's what you do. So,
All right.
Yeah, or you can
Mine's
go
at
blackmail
50, so
Hank
not so
if you
great.
want.
That's actually not too bad.
Yeah, I need to blackmail the judges.
Yeah. Well, you can get him. You don't have anything on the judge directly, but you have it on their boss, and so you can lean on their boss and tell them to get you to win, which will be the same thing. So it's just blackmailing one person instead of the other one.
I guess I'll go with him to help with the two.
Oh, you want to go to the judges directly?
Oh yeah.
Well, the thing is, you don't have anything. Well, I guess you could use stuff on their boss.
Leverage on their boss
yeah.
is currency.
All right, fair
I'm
enough.
game theorying this.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Since
And
they're
I'll help him with the hacking to get rid of the sensors and so.
Okay, so you two start prepping for that.
are you planning
you start
on
prepping
setting
for
up
that.
any civil space for them to look into for the footage, or are you just sending it to us like next week?
I know I'm going to do it.
Okay, so what are you going to do?
So can I do one pitch to all of them?
Yeah.
Okay. So which one do you want me to talk to first? It doesn't.
Why not Simon?
You can cut between them.
Yeah.
So should I roll or should I pitch? Should I roll play first? What do you want me to do?
I would get your pitch because I don't know what skill you'd be using. Because I don't know what the theme, if it's persuasion or deception
Hello.
or intimidation.
You killed my phone.
I'm an aspirin.
Yeah.
I will be competing in the blue-red door contest later. I dislike winning, as it is a form of advertisement and a form of self-indulgence. I much prefer knowing I'm going to win. So I would like you to rig the contest so that the second the symbol space instantiates, all of the evacuees run toward the blue door, the door I am assigned to, without me having to say anything. And then we shut the simulation down early. And I prefer not advertising how I did this.
That is. I'm sorry. Who are you? And why do you think you can do this to us? I admire your chutzpah, for lack of a better term. But gumption, yes. But you need more than that to get higher in the ultimate.
It's Simon,
Yeah,
Randy, and
Paula.
I understand. I'd like you to watch this footage.
Okay. They watch it. There's some.
They're all
ellipses.
watching it sepaatseparately, though.
Okay.
I'm not talking to them all at once. I'm having this conversation at 3 different times.
Okay. So Simon watches it, and he is, oh my. Have you shown this to anyone else?
Yes.
Who?
I've shown it to your 2 colleagues.
They didn't say anything to me.
Of course not.
Oh. So you're trying to...
Here's what happens.
Yeah.
If one of you betrays your boss, it'll be deemed as petty jealousy. You will be laughed out because the other 2 will not support you because they will see a chance to eliminate a rival. But if 2 of you betray your boss, it's individually corroborated, and therefore the one that's trying to protect the boss will share the boss's shame. So it is in your best interest to allow me to pass until you can gauge which one is going to break first. Because you need to make sure you're protecting your boss until such a time as someone breaks.
Okay.
Otherwise, you will be the first to go down with it.
Okay. That is definitely a persuasion check. Not deception.
Okay. So yeah, that's the game
I'll give
theory.
you I'll give you plus 10.
If two of them are protecting the boss, the one goes down for doing it alone.
Yeah.
But the first 2 of them at ally can take down their boss and their rivals. So
it's just scaring them all into complacency.
You're actually doing exactly what the competition is supposed to do, except you're playing for keeps.
Yeah.
Well, you're playing the judges instead of the...
I will also make clear that I have not learned the rules of the competition yet, therefore I am not cheating.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So I will try this.
That and Real Warrior doesn't have any rules to winning.
where is that at?
Oh, emotional dampeners.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
88. Spend a crit. And I will spend 2 Moxie to eliminate that. 38 will do it.
All right.
Moxie.
You realize, though, this is going to put a cloud on your file. There will be whispers about you until you, and you will be making some powerful enemies. But yeah, I will do that. You can win the battle, but there's a war going on. You need to think a little more long term, aspirant.
I have. So before the contest begins, I'll tell you which of the egos I would like you to satiate and have them run directly towards the blue door.
Okay. Well, the egos are chosen randomly from the pool.
Well, you should fix that then.
Like only Hangrove has that. Like I don't have access to that. I'm only a mid-level researcher. Only Hangrove has the access to the actual that kind of thing. We don't want people getting too close or familiar with what egos we have because for some reason people keep wanting to take them. Oh, he's my family member. Oh, that's my aunt. And blah blah blah. So I'm afraid that's something I can't do. Maybe you can take it up with Hangrove.
So you can't rig this then?
I can rig them to go that way
All right,
by
that's
just
fine.
telling them what they tell them to go to the blue door. They'll go to the blue door, and no one will know they did that. But I can't tell you which 200 people are going to be insatiated. We have a large pool. We have over 100,000 people in it. I don't keep track of how many are in there. So,
Okay.
it's 135,000 if you would be exact. Does that help you, Aspire?
Yes, thank you.
All right. So you both get 1 U rep from that. It is a disappointing victory. They think the commentators talk about bugs in the symbol
Really?
space.
That's disappointing as the other guy screams for them to go to the other end door and I just gotta stand there and they go rushing past me. I think that'd be pretty compelling.
No, because it's supposed to be like they're not. It's supposed to be again. They know what it's supposed to be, and it's supposed to be like a war of propaganda, and it's supposed to take over a period of days. You're trying to manipulate the gene trash to do what you want. Play puppet master to it.
Would it be possible
For them to irrationally go this way is obviously an error in the symbol space design.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
would it be impossible?
But it's a valid, as far as they can tell, it's a valid victory, so they'll count it. But it's basically winning on technicality, not on any of your merit.
Well, since it's guaranteed
Yeah.
on that, can I make something of a show with a symbol space design roll to say I just made one of the most convincing,
All right, go ahead, roll.
convincing advertisement bits
You can
of
try it.
propaganda of all time?
Pitch it to us. What kind of ad are you going to put up there?
Yeah, how are you telling them to go to the blue door?
Oh, blue door. Obviously, obviously there is no. That's like right or wrong door. You have to go with what your heart tells you, and your heart tells you that blue is the color of this way, the way of the non of the Titans,
All right,
the way of the Ultimates. Just layers upon layers of bullshit.
Layers and bottom layers. All right, go for it.
You know, quite frankly, I think it'd work better with booze.
Does anybody have computer
Odd
science?
5. Yes, I do.
All right, you
So do I.
You launch it, and then the competition's over in 20 seconds. So they don't see it. Everyone spawns in and runs to the blue door. So your advertisement is technically running in front of them.
Subliminal.
Yeah, no,
Deception check. Odd 5 again.
All right, people. I guess they. Yeah. All right. Sure. Okay. Either he's
can
the
I get
best.
a Moxie for plus pragmatism?
Yeah, I'll give you a moxie back for that. So.
Yay.
Can I also get a plus Moxie for artistic expression?
Nope. You didn't roll a critical success. It's just it's sort of like, hey, blah, blah, blah. You didn't even it didn't even have time to finish before everyone got to the blue door. And you find out the commentators also mention later on, oh wow, I'm really surprised they went again in there. These people have probably been in cold storage since the fall. They probably want to be in the symbol space and not because they know they'll go back into cold storage when they go through a door. Oh yeah, no, that's true. So people were told to go to the blue door or we'll delete you. And they went to the blue door because they were in a panicked rush. So good job.
What were you thinking? What are you thinking?
So who has computer? I don't know how to answer this question.
Yeah.
So if I have 135,000 egos, how much memory does it take to instantiate them all fully in a symbol space simultaneously at the same moment? And how much memory does this station have?
Okay. Yeah, that would be. You could do a computer science programming research check at a -10 penalty.
9 on computer science.
Computer science, that's successful. That kind of thing is banned. To have a server farm that powerful would be banned by all principalities out of fear of seed AI implementation. So
that's good.
Yeah, this station might technically have enough if every single device on the station was tuned to that. Well, it also depends on the degree of how sophisticated the symbol space would be. So actually, Locust could do. I mean, if it was a very plain in Quake 1 kind of symbol space, you could do it with what you have on the station. But if you wanted to be approximating reality, like a state-of-the-art symbol space, there's just not enough.
No, I don't want it to work.
Yeah, you're just trying to figure out what,
Well, you can just scare them.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to rescue the souls on Ariel.
Yeah.
But we don't really have anywhere to send them. And so...
Oh, if that's your question, if you can get access to the egos, there are farcasting facilities on Xiphos. The thing is...
no, but that's the thing. What I was thinking is, yeah, if we can rescue them in Ariel, we should send them someplace nice, like, Titanium Commonwealth.
Yeah.
But since we'll have their egos, we should also fork them.
Yeah.
And if we can get into Xiphos's ego language and changing one line of code, we could just DDoS with souls the entire Xiphos station.
And take them offline.
So you put something in the code line to say that the second you receive an ego, instantly instantiated in the most complex symbol space possible, then we mass farcast 135,000 egos to Xiphos at once and watch every server, computer unit, and security station on here catch on fire.
It's a good cover for also us forecasting them out.
Yeah.
So on top of that, I think we would be able to figure out just where we're sending them.
Yeah. The major problems that one is, well, you may not be able to get all of them because there's a bandwidth cap. They're stored on Ariel and then called up on demand to Xiphos, which because they're close enough that they can do that with normal farcasting equipment. And they probably have a couple thousand egos on the databases here on storage here, and then if they need more, they just call them up. So if you want all of them on there, that would take time to transfer them all from Ariel to Xiphos, and so you don't know you would also need physical access to a farcasting terminal here and somewhere on Ariel. So it's very ambitious, but it's certainly technically capable of being done if you can get the right network access and that kind of thing. So, but you're not at that point yet, obviously.
Yeah.
So. Let's see here. So you guys all won your games. Good job. You're in the top tier of new aspirants.
Except me.
Yeah. No, you're technically a winner. So it's actually been all of you have been called up for a second round if you want to compete. For you two, for you and for Aaron and Caleb, it's because that victory doesn't really count. We should have them actually compete in something real. So it would be like a debate or something. But these are again optional if you want to grind up ultimate rep for buying shit on the black market. You have spare time now. Actually, the only thing is you are expected to socialize somewhat with the other winners and the other exemplars and people like that. So there will be some sort of...
How did Hero do?
Let's see.
Demolition disposal.
Oh, yeah, let's find out. He has a 75 in that. And 1 point of Moxie. So he spends his Moxie.
Oh, God.
To get a 19, so he went for a fail, yeah. So he survived barely.
Cut the red wire.
Yeah.
Huh.
So yeah, he survived. So before you guys can move on, you do have to make your presence known at a ultimate party. Or social event. So there is, of course, celebratory wrestling and hand-to-hand combat and drinking and that kind of thing. But you can also talk and just get in really intense debates about things because that's what they're really into. But you need to at least show up, and so you all need to make at least one social skill check to pass as an ultimate. This can be whatever social skill you want. Including impersonation for Caleb or intimidate for Tom.
That's what I'm going to
all right,
have to
give me
do.
intimidation check, Tom.
I will.
All right. It is a 68. What is your intimidate at?
Shit.
I will spend a point to reroll that.
All right.
Spending Moxie.
Yeah.
That's what I'm good at.
So you're all really good at.
Crit, 55.
What's your intimidate at?
65.
Okay. Yeah. You scare people, and you just stare at them, and you're trying to psych them out. Yeah. To do the head tilting thing. It's
Okay. I'm going to go for deception.
okay. Yeah. Lie. Secrets and lies.
43 out of 75.
All right. You passed.
So persuasion.
All right.
So, am I not the greatest? Am I not the greatest?
You're trying to convince them it was subliminal. It wasn't
So,
just.
yeah, this was.
It wasn't. You didn't win because of a technicality.
No, this
You
was
won
just. It
because
was just absolutely effective on the screen there.
Go for it.
So split seconds.
I can vassal a cat.
Yeah. Exactly. The Gene Trash are begging to be hacked. They're that dumb.
Oh my god. Odd 9.
That's it. Well, they're like, they don't call you out on your bullshit. They're at least polite enough to not call you out. So, yeah, and Caleb?
87 on impersonation. When people ask how I did it,
Yeah.
they either already know or they can't afford it. I'm just total nose in the air. Fuck you.
All right, you're getting the roll down very well. The ultimate. He's going somewhere.
As they're saying that,
Yeah.
I am looking for anyone at the party connected to farcasting facilities, signal spaces, or anything of that.
Investigation or researcher, networking scientist, and a negative 10 penalty.
I do have an oracle.
I can try networking.
Actually,
scientist.
networking scientist. I have that.
Okay.
Awesome.
It's a negative 10
40.
because ultimates only.
Let's see. No, that's a failure technically.
Hot 7.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Trying to think something I've got. You said research?
Research would work.
26 out of 50.
Okay. Both of you find a. Let's see here.
Pay attention to the man who is currently stuffing himself with the artificial shrimp canapes.
Let's see here. Stanley. Stanley is over there. He is a farcasting technician. He is initiate. So he's one rank higher than you.
Is he the highest ranking person here, I guess?
Well, in farcasting technicians, yes. There are not many farcasters. They're actually busy right now because it's a major social event. Some people are leaving, some people are coming. So Stanley is like, again, a standard worker at the farcasting thing, not a supervisor.
We need a representative.
You're not my
Put on a tie.
supervisor.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, that's the only guy who would fit any of those qualifications. So, yeah.
I will go talk to Stanley.
Oh, hey, yeah, that's very experimental job there. I the symbol space needs some bugs worked out. That's for sure. Eh?
Yeah. See, you understand, Stanley.
Yeah. So yeah, are you? What kind of work are you going to be going into?
Well, I was hoping to begin expanding my new skill sets here.
Oh yeah, that's a big thing here. Yeah.
And I was hoping to work in symbol space design.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm in telecom myself. Farcasting, long range communications, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but that includes symbol space, and I hear that's a good entry level position.
No, well, maybe on other stations. Here, it's not. Symbol space is part of the propaganda and psychological warfare. Telecom is telecom. It's communications. So,
well, I mean, I am immortal. I might as well start somewhere.
Yeah, no, yeah. If you want to go to farcasting, yeah, we could use more people. We're trying to build more antennas. It would be a lot. Are you going to go to deviate? So, anyways, he starts talking about it. Apparently, they're needing more qualified technicians to send encrypted signals.
Right now, we have the Comcast of farcasters. It's not good.
Yeah. The shitty customer service is just another test for your will.
God, I bet ultimate customer service would be like that recorded Comcast. Why do you want to leave us? No, I will not hang up.
You will hold, or if your will is strong enough, you will get customer service.
I will not negate your contract. I will see you through this moment of weakness until you realize the error of your ways.
If you survive 6 hours of hold and elevator music, then you shall deserve service. Anyway.
Can you take retention?
Yes. I shall redirect you not 3, but 5 times! Unless you are clever enough to get to my supervisor.
He is well hidden.
Do not press 0, for 0 is failure. This is a little too entertaining.
God, if they did microtorch here, people would die.
No, that was pretty much antithetical to their...
they pay in blood.
Yeah. So, what are you wanting to get out of Stanley?
His
Terrible.
liver. No.
The parable.
I'll touch him.
Okay.
Nobody cares. Poking people's faces.
Kind of touchy for a telepath.
Yeah.
82 out of 90.
Okay, yeah, you make it. He failed. Base roll.
Drive emotion.
Kill yourself.
Eager. I want him to really be excited to talk about everything he can about the ultimate forecasting ability.
He does. He reveals the security protocols and all that stuff. He doesn't give you a password. That would be a little too much of an egregious.
No, but I want to know protocols. What's his day like?
So it's very technical information. You guys can obviously listen in for.
Well, I hit record on the old Muse.
So you get a buttload of technical data and analytical information. So. Afterwards, Stanley gives you a standing invitation to tour it at some time.
Can you bring his friends along?
You could probably talk your way in there, and apparently they need more people there. Apparently people who sign up for the Ultimates are really eager to go shoot and kill things, but not so much to manage, delicate...
Send people to shoot and kill things.
Exactly. Symbol space is a separate design.
I want perfect
it's internal, it's not external communication. So
I want perfect TCP IP protocols.
It's mesh TCP. It's mesh PC. it's PCP. Anyway.
So I have my Muse upload everything to Tom.
Yeah.
And ask him, with all this technical data about their system, what would it take to program a backdoor that lets us sniff their forecasting and so we know where the shit is going.
Okay. That would be... Tom, give me...
And then also, if he gets that, what would it take to put in a hidden command line? Is that on a trigger, instantiate fucking everything in the bank?
Okay, yeah. So Tom, give me...
Open all programs simultaneously.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I don't know what to tell you.
Is that a critical? Or
that is a critical.
Critical failure or critical success?
That would be a critical fail.
Okay.
Would computer science still be able to research that?
I can't help you. I was like, dude, I'm trying to not talk and be intimidating here.
Well, you can't even do mesh. He's so in the zone, he doesn't even register. He looks at it, it's like, it's nothing, it's stupid.
He passes the information off Aught 6. You never studied, did you?
Well, it's a marginal success. So there's basically it's a hardened area because obviously forecasting is real important for a station. So hacking it from anywhere, you could hack it anywhere in the station, but it would be hard to do. It would be there's active monitoring 24/7. If you can actually get inside, like say you're taking a tour and get access to a terminal. You could do a hack more easily, especially if you could get say his logging credentials of a technician, say maybe reading his brain, and then
who does that?
Yeah, exactly.
Use influence.
Then you could program something that would take log into Stanley, run this, then delete all evidence of it, and then you could do that. Yeah, you could do one of those things pretty easily. If you're doing both of those, the difficulty goes up because it would, and also shorten the time until it's detected. So one would be safe. Getting both of those with a physical hack would be difficult. Or you could get both of them in from a remote hacking somewhere else station, but it's just going to be more difficult because there's going to be an active guy monitoring it.
Well, especially if we can get on the station, we don't have to do the hack there. We can just put something.
We have to be on Xiphos to hack the Xiphos Farcaster, obviously.
Oh yeah, but we can at least if we go to Errol, then we can put a remote. We can actually put a remote device on there, and then once we're away, we should be able to contact.
Once we hack Xiphos, we know where the forecasting shit went. So,
Well, actually, you realize Stanley does reveal enough. to find out that actually Xiphos would not be the place they would send the egos from. Ariel.
From Ariel. So.
Yeah, so
there's no reason to do anything but install the back door.
Yeah. So how do you want to do it? Do you want to remote hack it, which would be an opposed test between your hacker and a guy, the network admin, or do you want to do the tour to program it?
I think we should do the tour so we can get it in there and wait.
Okay.
So
Okay.
That's the more sure option, I think.
Okay.
It would make sense for me to go though, because I'm applying to be a stealthy assassin.
Well, you can give me a network. It'd be a persuasion check at a -10 to try and no for Caleb or deception. Just like saying,
or could I make?
Hey, this guy who's really good at shooting things. He wants to be a farcasting technician. Can he come on the tour too? Okay, sure. So it'd be a deception or persuasion to get that in.
I think that he would be great as a guard at an emergency.
Well, Caleb's the only one with an in with Stanley.
Okay.
Right now, so yeah.
Well, I look forward to the tour later then, and I'll shake his hand.
Okay. Reading his brain.
Yeah, why not?
I am all up in your brain.
Okay. You need to beat a 14. He actually made his will save.
39.
All right. He feels a little weird.
It was lovely to meet you.
Oh, that murder's wearing off, is it?
Yeah, look at that. Blood shoots out of your eye.
Yeah, that's it.
I know they put murder on hors d'oeuvres here, and I think it's kind of a little
Overkill?
Yeah, a little overkill. But it's a party.
Yeah, passwords.
You get his login credentials. You have to be there though. You get to it.
No, I can do it.
Yeah. You could if you got a black market sculptor, you could look like him and impersonate him.
Actually,
or you could just wait for the tours.
Well, guess what this person has? This person has skin flex and impersonation too.
Well,
so
yeah, that's you have options. So
Of course, we probably have to get rid of the original.
you just have to delay him so he doesn't know.
Yeah, but if we get rid of him, he'd be delayed forever.
So he's currently at the party?
Yes.
Synflex is 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Here's all the passwords I know. If you want to do it, go for it.
All right. First, you have to program it. That'd be computer science or programming or infosec. One person. Well, actually, you're not going to know. Well, to make the hack.
okay.
So who's going to make the hack?
I have infosec at 50.
Mine's
so
at 65.
So are you going to make it?
You want me to make it?
I would have to get you.
At this point, it's not infosec; it's programming.
Yeah.
We have passwords.
Yeah.
We're not
Programming,
breaking
I
it like we looked on his desk plotter.
Yeah.
His desk plotter was his brain.
Programming, I do not have.
Your muses all have it at 40.
But could I just do some? I'll calculate it out previously with computer science to give a bonus.
No, I'd allow computer science.
Okay, and I have that at 65. So
All right.
All right, that one's higher than mine.
All right, so you can do that, Aaron. While you're thinking, though, it will be distracting because you're programming as you're walking over. So I will roll for you. You're not going to know how effective your hack is.
okay.
Now, what's the trigger for getting the information? Is it just going to send it to a message address at regular intervals, or do you have to, how do you want to retrieve the information?
Actually, yeah. Let's.
Do you want to they could store it on basically Neo Ultimate Dropbox?
Actually, I was about to see if I could actually. Well, no. Actually, before find a place. Can I
basically
find any other storage that just has another general storage?
Yeah,
the storage
Neo
drive.
Ultimate Dropbox.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then
get a generic account for it.
Yeah, get some.
I'd assume that's a standard utility for.
Well, not doing that. I would actually want to because I want to craft a dead drop essentially that would be downloaded and then disconnects from the net, and then I could just pick it up from a place off the street.
Yeah, you could do that.
So. Essentially, do a dead drop.
Yeah, there's fabricator kiosk for little generic tools. And
it's general USB. So fab one of those up, and then a little bit of adhesive or stuff to put it on a wall where nobody would notice it.
Is it just going to do it at a certain interval or at a certain time, like a time? Or
essentially,
or is it going to be
have it fab individual ones and zeros on carbon? Just shoot them out into a pot. We'll reassemble it later.
We're going to be putting it into a head that just vomits them forward.
So the back door, to get all the information about the Firecaster, how long, you want to do it at a specific time, or do you want to send you can send
We're not getting the information about the Firecaster because we know we have to get the aerial, right?
Yeah.
You said there's no reason
for
information from. So we're putting in the back door in case we
Oh, sorry.
One
sorry.
insurance plan.
Okay, so it's just a backdoor. Okay, so we
Yeah.
can access. So I'll roll.
So just like once you get this command,
Yeah.
Download the information.
Okay, you think you do it?
download
you
and
do it?
open every file, basically.
You think you programmed it right?
Good.
Do you have a Moxie?
Do you want to spend a moxie?
Yes, I do.
If you
So
spend a Moxie, you can see him re-roll, and you know you failed.
I'm going to reroll regardless, just to...
Okay, or you've already got a success and it's now critical.
Spend the moxie.
All right. So I'm re-rolling just to throw you off so you don't know if it's successful or not. Do you want to spend another moxie?
No. You're an asshole, by the way.
Pretty much I am. I like doing these Schrodinger's games. All right, so you get over to the forecasting facility while the party's still going on. You guys still have Stanley inside. The wrestling has gone into sexy wrestling. You know,
As it's want to do.
it's where they let their hair down, or if they have hair.
Starts with the American Gladiators theme, just slowing down, getting funky.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Bring out the porn bass.
Yeah. They're rapping each other.
The game Assault suddenly
You didn't
takes a whole new meaning.
You didn't think wrapping nano bandages could be sexy, but you were wrong. So, anyways.
Caligula
See what happens.
Caligula never thought of this
Swanson
shit.
Ultimate comes out with a saxophone.
Don Silver. Duke Silver. So, yeah, Parks and Rec spoilers. So, you get the forecasting facility, so give me that impersonation check.
All right.
I'll let you find out if you're successful.
Thank you for the bonuses for skinful of this. All right. 29. Made it.
All right. There is an attendant there.
29 out of
It's
3.
another aspirant who has been there several months, apparently. And he says, "Oh, hi, Stan. I thought you were going to be at the party."
Yeah, I was, but I found but I forgot I had some extra stuff to do here tonight. I'm heading back after I'm done here.
Oh, okay.
I never fart.
Right.
I never drink in Farcast.
So, yeah, and also it's I need to hurry back too because the sexy wrestling has started. So,
You got to send me the XP of that.
oh, hey, you bet it, man.
Okay.
You.
Yeah, you.
You forgot my name again, didn't you?
No.
Then what's my name?
Buckaroo.
Is it printed on his shirt?
No, they're Ultimates, not fucking McDonald's workers.
I didn't know. Deception. 37, yeah. 37 out of
lie?
60.
Well, yeah, what are you lying about? You don't know it. That's the truth.
Just make up a
course
name.
I know your name.
Persuasion. You tell me.
Okay.
Do the Rod Swanson. Occasionally I call people by different names just so that we don't get too
Tell you
chuffed.
what you
So, no. Sorry, I did. I'm sorry.
Okay. You're actually wait. What was that?
Pocket.
You're sorry? You said you were sorry? Would you say you're wrong about something? Could I hear that again? Aaron, be a fucking ultimate. I just want this for the record. I want to savor this. Like I'm
not
recording.
who I am right now, so.
Yeah.
Smoke bomb.
Can you admit that one more time?
Just get the hell out of my way.
Hey, buddy, come here. Punch. That's what I'm admitting.
Yeah. You want to make an unarmed check on it?
No. The answer is not punching things.
I'm not punching, I'm pushing pie.
All right, you push by it.
Things we've learned we
Stop
cannot.
encouraging him to do it.
All right.
Fucking call DFS on you guys. Jesus. This is just neglectful.
So you get there.
Really?
You get there. And you see the terminal. So you plug it in and run it. It seems to work. So as you're going back, give me one more impersonation check as the unnamed attendant gives you more shit as you're leaving.
Banana dolphins.
Okay.
So man likes Moxie to roll that to 25.
Okay. He just kind of snickers at you.
Nah.
On your,
You're not getting the XP now.
Okay. Oh, well, if that, I'm sorry. Jesus. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll give you one ultimate rep. If you send me the sexy XP.
Do not.
I'm not. Don't worry about it. I'll send it to you later.
All right. All right.
I take pity on you.
All right, there we go.
Well, now we're fucked. So that's not going to work.
That was the joke one. I just didn't say it. I didn't say it.
No, you... Yeah, never mind. It was a good effort.
We should probably evacuate.
Aerial.
We should evacuate soon.
No.
When his buddy asked him about, hey, remember when you apologized and you forgot my fucking name?
Oh, yeah.
You were going to send me a sexy AP and I was going to give you an ultimate rep and you were impersonated and violated our entire system and what? You don't recall that? Why are you hitting that red button? Like, that's... Yeah, so that's that plan. We should leave really fast.
Yeah, well, you still haven't gotten the information yet, so...
Yeah.
So you could...
Well, what information? I thought it was that aerial.
No, it's the information about Dara at the meeting that's in the apartment, or there are other ways to get it.
Is there anything that I can get by hobnobbing here at this party? Basically,
What skill roll do you want to roll for that?
let's fall back on that protocol.
Protocol would be good.
Show what I can do.
Sure.
58 out of 80.
You are actually introduced to Ruben, who is Dara's assistant at the think tank. He is an initiate who is who's a big fan of the tea ceremony, deadly tea ceremony, deadly tea party. You had a very good showing there. So Ruben talks about his work. He says the think tank, we have to do high-level meetings with the Hypercorp representatives for contract negotiations, that kind of thing. Someone who's a good protocol man would be good for that, because these oligarchs get really picky about that kind of stuff. And they may be gene trash technically, but they still have billions of credits, and we want those sweet, sweet credits.
Can I start throwing in a little bit with knowledge on Hypercorps?
Yeah, sure.
Basically, the trick is you don't want to let them sweat.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to let them see you sweat. 64 out of 70.
Okay. You remember, you talked to him, you're doing well. He talks a little about Dara, that they're planning something big. They have a big foreign policy push. They're working on something new. And, he also talks about how he has to do all of Dara's work. He's kind of a big picture guy, so I have to take care of all the details. I have to run all the admin stuff for him and, stuff like that. So it seems it's not super ultimately, but Ultimates are all about the big heroic stuff, but the little stuff count is just as important. So
there's an old Earth parable for wanting a nail.
Yeah. Exactly. So you realize, and all of you are TACnet in who are watching this realize,
Aspen!
Yeah, Ruben would have the login credentials for Dara on the Mesh network, or for Dara's the think tank's private network. So Ruben takes care of his Mesh mail and shit like that for his Neo Ultimate Dropbox. So you could get it from him if you.
Yeah, prime target for brain fuckling right here.
But you're gonna have to. But he's obviously more refined and more reserved. You're gonna have to come up with some pretext to actually touch him.
I can't just touch his face.
Well, that would be a little suspicious.
I thought we were in the sexy orgy phase.
He's a spectator. He likes to watch. There's the warriors are, there's exhibitionists and then there's voyeurs. There's, you're doing the tea party.
It would lower the tone if we were to participate.
Exactly. And plus, they had to work their way up to it. They started with the actual wrestling, and then it's just then they graduate to the sexy wrestling. So there's a whole ceremony behind it. It's layers upon layers. So yeah,
it would be very gauche for us to interject ourselves into this.
That being said, you could try to seduce Ruben, either of your characters. So, or you could try to basically come up with some pretext to touch him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what is the seduction roll
for him? I would allow protocol. Your Neo breath spray.
Nano breath spray.
14 out of 80.
Okay. You can convince him to go off to the side in the dark. So
in the night.
Why?
Yeah.
Why are you seducing him? You don't have the ability to psychically read.
Well, while he's being distracted, you can make an infiltration check at a bonus.
How is that It's
It's
like,
a darkened
are
corner.
you busy? Don't mind me.
I'm just seeing if what was said about
Just a strange hand that isn't the other two touching you.
Come on.
You're fine. Just keep going.
Caleb. That's
All right, thank you.
Caleb. It's like
I am shocked at Caleb, I'm shocked at your lack of imagination. There's all kinds of scenarios. David just pantomimes reaching to his back, and you're there to pick up where he left off.
He only feels two
Anyway, you
hands.
cut it. There's going to be some awkward fucking sex. As David Hitler salutes off one side to pretend to touch the guy's back.
Exactly.
And just some other person.
Caleb. There's a right way to do it. Just seeing if what was said about you was true.
You could actually just stumble there, like, oops, sorry, didn't see you again. That's a good chestnut that'll work.
When are you ever going to get this chance from
Or
an
David could get Ruben drunk.
Yeah, I mean, go for whatever you want. I'm just saying, this is going to get weird.
That goes without saying. This is the Ultimates we're talking about. It's our sexy party time.
So wait, just a moment here.
Wait.
One second. So what we're
When four
saying...
hands goes to 5 in a sexual encounter, you've lost subtlety in your trade encounter. Someone is going to become very alarmed and harden some targets very quickly, while other targets are going to get very soft very quickly.
Anyways,
So
he's
just
distracted.
to clarify though, wrestling that gradually turns into sexy wrestling,
That's for the
not
birds.
weird.
Yeah.
Seducing a man by protocol, getting him to the corner, and having a psychic gorilla who's currently in the body of a man touch him, weird.
But
That's
if you're
where we draw the
seducing
line.
with protocol, is he the kind of guy who wants to do it in a corner?
Well,
No, you just need a checklist.
right now you haven't even gotten to the making out part. You're just, like getting closer, getting more intimate with him. So right,
I need to get to know this man.
exactly. So
Romance is not dead.
Coy glances around the sexy orgy.
yeah,
The Smiths start playing.
yeah, exactly.
We are going to go to a nice dark corner away from the sexy
Fanfic
orgy
writes itself.
It does.
to set the mood.
Exactly. So yeah, But that's the thing is you can distract him while you sneak up on it. If you again, you don't have to you could. It's a light touch, And actually, by the rules, async touches can be through clothing and through even backsuit. So you don't even. He doesn't even have to be physically aware of it, especially if you make your roll.
So you can psychically dry hump him.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Something grabbed my foot. No, it's my dog.
It's my smart. It's my
Get
smart
away,
monkey.
Spot.
It's my smart
Go
bonobo.
away.
It's Cuddles by Smart Bonobo.
Don't mind me.
Those are a thing. Yeah,
I
anyway.
figure the easiest way to, while I have him distracted with talk of how to really stick it to the hypercorpse,
Exactly. Oh man, that gets him going. So
all you really have to do is walk by, take his order for tea, lean in close, put a hand on his shoulder, and say, "I'm sorry, sir. What kind of tea did you say you wanted?"
exactly. See, there you go. David had a good idea for it.
God, I'm just trying to process the logistics of this, and it gets filthier and filthier.
I think really the tagline for this episode should just be, how do you sexually arouse an ultimate bureaucrat?
Without going into too much detail, who pitches and who catches is now a tactical concern for infiltration. That is not something you would leave to chance if it was sort of an actual and I don't want to talk about that.
That's the thing, Caleb. They haven't even gotten that far. They haven't even gotten to first base, really. So,
I'm just saying, if this is op for, that's something you want on your brief before you go into the combat zone. You want to know that tactical arrangement.
you have to improvise under the circumstances.
And I will have you know,
Some people get killed.
Improvise and adapt.
the easiest answer to that question is we're still sussing that out. We're determining the
Adapt and
power lines.
overcome.
The situation on the ground is fluid.
Dynamic intrigue. This is going to be the worst or the best.
How many innuendo can we fit in this?
Oh, I feel awful.
Anyway, yeah.
So anyway, back to seducing.
Yeah,
Mr.
you're
Carson.
distracting him. You can do the leaning in to ask him what he wants to drink as a favor, especially because you're an aspirant, you're trying to curry favor with your higher ups, and he is an initiate. So yeah, well on his way to becoming an exemplar.
Okay.
Would you like your pre-coital drink?
Like, I don't know how to do this.
Again, it's just a touch on his shoulder or something like that. So.
Okay.
Yeah, and I will distract him with that.
Yeah. You'll get a plus 10. Actually, he will take a negative 10 penalty for this roll because he's distracted. So whether
What am I rolling?
your psychic thought browse, I assume.
Okay, so I'm not rolling like to touch him then.
No. David's distracting him.
I'm going to obfuscate with protocol by giving Aspen a very complex tea order.
Okay, yeah.
Down to
You're
just
trying to
how
show
long
off,
we
yeah.
need to boil the leaves.
Oh yeah, and that's why this guy was into him in the first place. The whole deadly tea party. So they have some very strange notions. Steep. They suppress a lot.
51.
All right, he got an 82, failed his will save, so he's totally oblivious to it. So
And tell Ruben 5 different poisons that will work great for this particular.
Oh,
tea.
yeah, duh.
I
And
had
how
it to
to
the
tell
other
them by the
people's
alphabets.
passwords file in my
Okay.
brain.
yeah. All right, you ignore everything else on the brain currently, other than login credentials.
Yeah.
So you get those. You can use those to hack or get to access to the VPN. Although you probably want to make an infosec check because you don't want to be too obvious about or conceal your.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
'cause, I don't have my skill.
Well, Tom has infosec, so he can do it. But David, so you can lead him along for a while and then brush him off with another protocol check, or you keep distracting him, or just
Distract
fade to
him
black
forever.
if you want to get involved in the whole sexy tea time.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
Wow.
I just have to point out, for OPSEC purposes, if I were to break it off now,
Yeah.
after getting into which poisons are going to be the better ones
Sure.
in here, it'll look a lot more suspicious than if we actually make it to first base.
Okay. All right.
So, sexy tea time it is.
All right. There's no rolls, so it leads off to that. There's sexy wrestling in the background, sexy tea time in the dark corners. So ultimates have weird tastes. Again, they're oppressed warrior ascetics that only take 3 days of the year to go nuts, and boy do they go nuts.
Joining the Ultimates is like eating rat poison. It really is a good idea.
All right, so Tom, you have the login credentials to get into the think tank VPN, which has the information you're trying to find. But you don't need to roll the hack in, but you probably want to make an infosec check to conceal where you're logging in from, so it doesn't look suspicious.
Definitely do that.
All right, give me an infosec check.
Yeah, 60 out of 65.
Okay. You log in, so you start going through the data, but there's a shitload of data.
I have never seen so much data in my life.
All the ones and zeros. So you quickly find out, though, that... So you can give me investigation or research checks, anybody, except for David, because he's distracted.
A little bit.
Little bit.
Good sir.
Odd 4, yes.
15 out of 40.
Okay. So you find out that the basics of the... You find out the overall... The summary, the abstract of the deal, which was then forwarded to the autarchs, or some of the autarchs. In fact, it was, in particular, this entire deal was approved by Myron Chalmers, who is the guy in charge of Ariel. And the deal was that Loren Kristol would provide certain technologies and information in exchange for farcasting the egos from Ariel to a location of Loren's choice.
Indeterminate origin.
In order to facilitate, Loren would be allowed to oversee the entire farcasting process. So, which is currently ongoing because there's 135,000 egos that he is getting, and that shit takes time to send apparently to the outer system. So you've narrowed it down to someone on the ouster, the very, very edge of the solar system. You do not know exactly where, but He is there right now, or at least one fork of him. And there are the exact details of that. However, they maintain details that Loren revealed to them, including the exact location of that, but that is not put on the mesh network for security reasons. That is kept in a safe, in an ecto, in a safe in the think tank's actual thing on Xiphos, which you now have the login details to walk into that place, but that is in the inner sanctum. So you have enough information that if you were to get this to Firewall, they could begin searching with these specifications and narrow it down. But that might take weeks or months or maybe even years to figure out exactly where it is going from. You can, of course, you can get that information tonight if you can get to the think tank, get in that safe. You have all the information in there, you just have to get in the inner sanctum, which is, of course, only for initiates and up. But you have the credentials in there. Of course, you can. So that's the information you get. So you can give me at this point, David. You can disengage if you want.
David, don't disengage.
Is he
still there?
Do we need to get him to show us his think tank?
No, I need to watch him for 5 minutes.
You've been watching him long enough.
Well, I have to roll the psychic stuff.
Okay, yeah. All right, you can give me the person.
So I just want to say, as this is happening, in the distance, Aspen is watching, shaking, and her nose is bleeding. I'm really into this. Eyes rolled back in her head. It's fun being an async.
Bleed.
55, critical success. Of course.
Yeah, and Ruben's distracted. The problem is that Ruben, unfortunately, David, took a lot of recreational drugs too, and is getting very sluggish. So he is, so that's kind of annoying. But anyways, you can impersonate Ruben.
It would be the gentlemanly thing to do to make sure that he makes it home all right.
Okay. Well,
why don't I do that?
Well, his apartment's in the normal section. Only his office is in the is in the inner sanctum. But you guys, if Aaron and Tom, if you have any security type skills, you could figure out ways to get in the inner sanctum or assess that, security.
InfoSec's really I don't have security ops or anything.
Okay. Smuggling, that would be allowable too.
Russian assassin.
You're distracted.
I make it 56 out of 60.
Okay, so there are security gates and that kind of thing to allow only in the chosen, people, exemplars and up can walk in without a chaperone. Initiates and lower, including aspirants, can get in with a chaperone, but that's kind of unusual, especially.
And Ruben can.
Ruben can because when he works there because he goes straight to the office and back. He doesn't wander around. However, because this is a station,
but the office is where we need to go.
Yeah, the office is where you need to go. There are other ways in. You realize one. The station is hardened for exterior attacks, not interior infiltrators. That doesn't mean it's blind, but now with your freezing gel, you could actually go, if you make a short EVA and avoid some sensors and defenses, baseline stuff, you could probably get into the inner sanctum undetected. Two, Hondo you could ask him to try and spoof your identities to make you into initiates or into even exemplars, and just to basically cover for you because he has some favors and he has some exploits that he's making available. So those are two options you can do off the bat, or you could set everything on fire and run to it and hope you get to it.
I do have a third option.
Well, if you make me look like Ruben,
yeah, you could just go in.
I could just go in, and my impersonation is now at 120.
Yeah.
So if I don't roll 100.
Well, 99 is actually the critical failure, I think.
Yeah, if I don't roll a 99.
Yeah, you should be able to get that. That may be the more pragmatic.
And if you do roll 100, that's still a crit success.
Yeah.
So, had a third thought on that. As well as we've done in the initial rounds, how much better do we need to do to get breveted up to initiate?
That actually cannot be done during the games. You can only be confirmed as aspirants. It takes months of work and training and trials to prove yourself as.
There's a wait period between belts.
Yeah.
So having us go up to initiates right now or spooked would be really suspicious.
Well, if they think you're just a normal initiate, like there are thousands and thousands of ultimates. They don't all know each other. Plus, everybody's a new morph. A lot of people are different morphs, so they're not going to physically recognize you. And you're gate crashers, so not many ultimates would know you anyway because you've been out of the fucking solar system. Okay. So you can just say you're initiate gate crashers, and oh yeah, we did this op on Minerva 4 or whatever, or Wormwood, and so nobody's going to know you. It's like, the equivalent of saying, oh, I have a girlfriend in Canada or something like that. It's just a convenient cover story that no one can verify. So it depends on how well you do on your social skills. But yeah, Caleb can solo it and get in there. You don't know, of course, what kind of security the office has.
Do you want to take a couple of us as backup then?
I mean, you could case it, and if there's something, you could come figure out a way to get it back in.
Well, if I'm a Reuben, I can't. I'm not an exemplar, so I
Right.
can't escort people.
Well, you could always try and make some excuse for it. Say, oh, I need them for reasons. It's confidential foreign policy. That would be a deception check with a penalty, but, the guards don't know.
Really into group sex.
Yeah.
Like when people touch me on the back. Just, I never know when it's coming.
That's really the shocker.
Yeah, it's really the anticipation that does it for me.
I call it the sneak attack. Yeah. The tingler.
I call it the Tora.
Let's just stop. Yeah.
If you're looking for a plausible lie,
Yeah.
Dara asked for it now, and he is currently watching one of the games.
Yeah, and for one thing, you guys are gate crashers. You guys might be one of the foreign policy thing. Might want to know something about gate crashing.
We can bring up that excuse. So, yeah, then I'll say go ahead and...
Or you could bug out now with what information you have.
Well, I don't look like Reuben, so that's the problem.
Yeah, that's true.
do you want me to skin flex myself then? I know you have the impersonation and you could feed me.
I can't impersonate someone
Yeah.
while you look like that person, like... This is Reuben. I'm Reuben's body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I apologize. That's at least my misunderstanding. I didn't know if the impersonation gave you enough of understanding where...
Could I modify him with medicine?
It would take time. If you get access to a healing bat. Sorry, you could, but you have to get to a healing bat. Which there are them, but there are people there, and they're going to want to know why you want to use it. So you could, bribe them with ultimate rep or do something else.
So at the moment, I've got Reuben,
Yeah.
more or less.
Yes.
Take his face.
Wow.
Give me your face.
I was going to ask, is there the chance that he has a puppet sock? Or is there a way that we can take Reuben out and put Aspen in?
That would be even more complex.
At any medical clinic.
Yeah, re-sleeving, but we'd have to bullshit our way through that. And that
You'd either have to render him unconscious, somehow sneak him there, or lie to him and convince him to go to the medical clinic and then knock him out, or convince. Yeah, there's no. Yeah, there's
no clean way of this.
Yeah, this is an ordered civil society, more kind of like in the sense that they have guards and they actually care about what happens on the station. It's not.
God, I miss
it's not a scum swarm or extropia.
Yeah, we miss extropia already.
Yeah.
If I had 50
so we just
credits,
need access to a nano. We just need access to a healing bat.
Yeah.
So
I could shoot you.
You do. Yeah. You guys realize you can't bribe ultimates with the rep you won. So.
I
Yeah,
have one rep.
I have 6 still.
I have
so.
15.
David.
You have 6 too.
Yeah, but you can be our rep bankroll.
Yeah. That's enough for.
You're rolling in T rep.
Probably, if you make a skill check, you could probably convince a tech to look the other way while you dip in to, have your face remade. As long as you don't fuck up that, morph design check. Yeah. You don't want to come out looking like Quasimodo. You don't want to sneeze while you're. Oh God! I look like Chunk.
I was like, oh my god, why are the controls for this so sensitive?
So.
Well, do you like Picasso?
Yeah.
Or you come out looking like a.
It's like accidentally hitting start game when you're building your character in a BioWare game. And you look all weird.
You just or like like a Fallout, a Bethesda game. You just hit randomize with your eyes closed. All right. Oh my God.
Like, no! God, no!
So yeah. So that's one option too if you want to do the infiltrate. The other way is EVA.
So
which
do
would be
15?
it would be possible to do that, like to just and then like. The thing is, the if there's no one there, it's just login credentials. They're not going to be.
Who has played No Evil?
Yeah.
And remembers EVA always being a terrible idea? Alright, that would be me, because I did it to you. Dozens of times.
Okay, sorry.
I'm
If I
not
want to
fucking going outside into the cold vacuum space.
So 15 rep to rent a vent vac, you
Well,
said?
yeah. Okay, so you're going to go there and talk to him.
Yeah, let's.
All right. There's one nearby.
Alright.
So who's going to talk to him?
Not me.
David and I can
will
go.
obviously.
David's busy, right?
Yeah.
I've kind of got a Reuben hanging off.
You
my
need
arm.
a sexy
Do you want to
weekend
transfer
with
Do
Ruben.
you want to transfer your rep to me, and I'll make the deal.
Yeah. No, David, you can just do it. Like, yeah, you can do that. It's Steam gifted. Ultimate Steam gifting.
Okay, so
Nano Steam.
so with that we have 20. That's like with that I'll have 21.
Gabe's the real autarch.
Yeah, David. He's actually he's an oligarch in this.
Everything
The
stops.
only benevolent oligarch.
Everything stops.
All praise David.
Sales starts. AWOL Nation starts playing.
Exactly.
Boom.
Sale.
And at this date, they just now announced that the next Half-Life will be released. The
Yeah.
next
Yeah.
episode.
Half-Life episode 3.
Let's not be upset.
All right. So who's talking to the 10?
I will.
Not I.
All right. Go ahead and give me a persuade or deception. Like, what's your pitch? He's like, it can't just be simple. Let me
Give
use
this girl's face that guy's face.
No, you don't even say
Change
that.
the faces.
You can just say, I want this vat. Look the other way. Turn off the
What is
sensors.
Oh yeah, dude. Just once again.
Hey, this is going to come on. Hey, I would like to actually rent this. This is recreational purposes.
Yeah, on the books or off the books.
It's like off the books.
Yeah.
Tell him it was a sexy wrestling injury.
Well,
That's
It's
believable.
weird during the Olympics. Everyone gets weird. Everyone, you got some
what
mistakes.
do you mean weird? This is normal. This is
Sexy tea time. Have you seen that shit? I can't even understand. I've been in Ultimate for 20 years. I don't understand.
Lord Humongous walks by. Just real cool. Oh, hey, Humongous. The guy yours running the bag.
he deserves a boxing for that.
All right, fine. Kale gets some oxy.
Oh, hello, Steve.
All right.
Hey, you don't know how weird it is until you bring in a third player.
Player 3 is entered the game. Give me a persuade check.
Yeah, persuade.
Persuasion.
54 out of 70. Thank God for enhanced pheromones.
All right, it'll cost you 10 ultimate rep.
Does it smell sexy in here?
I just stink.
All right, we're down to 16. Thank you, David.
Yeah, the stank is growing.
So, all I need is my facial bones completely restructured and a total sex change.
Hey,
You got a half hour.
Okay, once we're alone, and it's like, hey, I'll actually speak like, dude, who's the guy? I got this.
Me soon.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Get in there, you knucklehead. Come on, you confound it.
Can you show me your line of units?
All right, let's see here. So, Tom, you have to work quickly, so you can't put them completely under.
Oh, God.
So this
You're
is
going to have a local.
So,
Wait,
real time.
wait.
Yeah.
And downtime.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to shut it down.
God damn it. All right. 73.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
You can just flip it to a 37.
Shit.
All right, flip it. 37.
Yeah, that's a guaranteed success. All right. You get it working. It takes you an hour, and it's reasonably done. And you swap the bits as much as you can. You're more of a hermaphrodite. You just sewed some extra jump.
If I spent one more to make it a crit.
If you really want to.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
I'm an artist.
Ruben wishes he looks this good.
It's sexy Ruben. You get out. You're just like Aphrodite out of a clamshell. Give me a will times 3.
He texts a picture to Dave and he starts fantasizing about that.
Just look at the picture. Just look at the picture.
I didn't expect so many moles.
I thought Ultimates were pure. What if Bay is too much of a gene trash for me? All right. No, Mikhail, give me a will times 3. Surgery hurts when you're coming out of it. Because this was done very fast.
Outside.
Okay. Yeah, it hurts, but you can manage.
Like, well, I don't like to toot my own horn. Yeah, I do. This is some of my best work.
All right. So you walk out. The technician had the sensors turned off and didn't look at what was happening because he doesn't want to know. He doesn't want. He learned that the first year, and he's been here.
As we walk out, I'll actually just once again.
Yeah. No, he's not even looking. He's just mopping that Neo mop. And
Space mop.
yeah, space mop.
It's actually a fractal.
Yeah. Yeah.
A terrifying weapon of destruction.
It does have digital. Yeah.
But
It's just programmed for cleaning.
Nothing shines quite like it.
Exactly. At a molecular level. All right, so Caleb, actually, yes, as you get there, the guard's there. He recognizes Ruben.
Whoa.
Hey, Ruben, you're looking great. Sexy tea time must be rejuvenating, huh?
Well, it would be rude of me to kiss and tell.
Oh. Okay, give me an impersonation check. Don't roll a 99.
27 out of 120.
He failed his kinesics check, so he passed through.
Smack him on the butt.
So you head to the office, and there you walk in and
Elevator music.
it's on the same floor, but yeah, there's.
Did I take the freezing gel?
If you wanted to.
Yeah, I took the freezing.
Okay. But you see there are 2 guards there, 2 initiates who are... This is part of their hazing. You have to sit on shitty fire watch while the rest of the station has fun. So they're there. You can get to the safe, but opening it will be highly suspicious, and certainly doing... Well, yeah... The interacting with the safe is going to be hard to do with them there.
Give them some booze.
So what do you want to do?
So they're like standing on either side.
They're patrolling around. But it's not a very large office. There's, it's actually set up kind of like a contemporary office where there's ectos and little cubicles that you work at because they take this serious. They take information security seriously. Nothing very important leaves this room unless it's going straight to Ariel or some other, or to the autarchs, to the leadership. So there's 2 guards there. They're patrolling around, so you need to make an infiltration check. I'll give you a +10 bonus because they're not suspicious of you to figure out a window of opportunity to interact with the safe. That's what you want to do.
Oh, infiltrate it, interact with the safe.
Yeah.
Like I have to make an infiltration
Okay,
check just
so-
to be...
No, you're there. They see you. They're actually like, oh, I thought you were off duty tonight.
Well, I'm never quite off duty.
Okay. Give me another impersonation check. Got a 10.
52.
All right. You're fine. So they succeed, but you beat them, so
Would you
they're
like to
fine.
see my abs?
At that point, though, you get... Ruben sort of pulls out... What the hell? Someone was playing a prank. It's saying I'm logging into work. So...
I thought we agreed that we were going to forget about work for a little bit.
All right.
Be sexier! Sexy harder!
All right. Give me... you need to make a skill check for that. Protocol will not work for this. You have to use...
Remember when you hear this episode, go #sexy tea time.
Sexy tea time.
Deception?
Deception will work perfectly.
72 out of 75.
Oh wow, you are quite sexy. He shuts it off and ignores the login. So yeah,
Like this won't get me in trouble.
yeah, this won't get me in trouble. I'll be fine. All right, Caleb.
Okay, so they're still patrolling?
Yes, but So yeah, the infiltration check. You want to figure out a window to plant the freezer gel. You don't know what you're not information.
Do I know the combination to the safe?
You do. You don't know exactly how it works, and this is a smart safe, so you don't know if it would send out a network message. Oh, safe is being opened, or if how long it'll take to open it up. Freezer gel, will work pretty much instantly. You put it on there and smash it, but that'll make
it says it's been smashed.
Yeah, but you can get in the safe. But yeah, you don't. You could risk it. Or you could try to... There are the secure terminals here. You could go to one of those and try and figure out more information about the safe with a research check.
I guess I'll try that.
Okay. And you guys are still teching it in. Because...
Nope.
Okay.
Can I instruct him on how to...
Google things?
No, I can call it.
The search bar, Grandma!
You give me an infosec check.
Alright, I'll do that.
That is a 74.
Last one.
Okay. You realize he can open up a hole in their firewall software so that you can access their the foreign policy, the think tank's internal network, which would allow you to then try and hack the safe or disable the alarms or both of those.
I think disable the alarms. If he can just if he has a quick way to get in, I'll just make sure that no alert goes on.
Okay, so you instruct him how to do that. You don't have to roll for that.
It would probably be less likely to be discovered the next day if we do both. Disable alarms.
You have no more moxie left, Tom.
I don't.
FYI.
Yes.
And if you fuck up in the sec, the alarms go off, even though I'm just sitting there.
This is true. But you can open up the hole for free. So you tell them, push this, install this printer driver. And suddenly that's it.
That will access the exploit.
Yeah. It's a legacy exploit. And
it's just
when fabricators...
I think that's a million-day exploit. That's like...
It's just been in the programming for eons.
That's when fabricators were called printers, and they could only print words on paper. It was shitty. You can't imagine.
Paper?
Yeah.
It's like hacking WordPress with an abacus.
Anyway, so Tom and Aaron, you can assist Tom for a +10.
Yes.
So Tom, you want to disable those sensors? This will be a post roll.
Yeah, help me out here, dude.
I've already.
Okay,
it's just giving him
+10.
Yeah.
All right. 44. Crit.
Wow, yeah, great. And he rolled a 97. You have network admin status. Good job.
I like computers.
All right, so what do you want to do? Disable the alarms?
From watching David and Ruben have sex. All of the ultimate habitat has fallen into orgy. They're asleep at the wheel.
There was an admin on station on monitor. You rolled a 97. Jesus, Caleb.
Disable the alarms.
But all right, give me another.
I know a 97 is clearly watching people have sex.
Ross, how can they stay focused on their jobs when they're given access to the greatest romance that has ever existed?
David's character leaves the campaign. Found love this time.
No. All I can say is that we will always have the T-cell.
David, you are a honeypot.
Yes. You're honey-dicking him. You guys haven't seen the interview yet. That's a running gag in the interview. It's like a honeypot, but for bros. So
the honey-dicking?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kim Jong-un's like, you're honey-dicking me. No, we were trying to honey-dick him. Yeah,
and actually, I will bring this up since, I've thought about it, but I was trying to keep it classier. But why have we not made a teabagging reference at this point? Tea ceremony constantly.
We're classier than that, Eric.
Yes, exactly.
No, we're not.
It's the low-hanging fruit.
Okay, so Tom, you're rolling while you have network admin status. You actually do see something anomalous on the network that's getting data from it, but it's not connected to the network. It's just monitoring the network, but it's not accessible. You can't access it. It's just like you realize there's some sort of physical connection to something that actually you realize it's connected to the safe. But it's some sort of you don't know what it is. You'd have to instruct Caleb to look at it.
I will try that.
All right, so Caleb, he instructs you to look at it. Do you have enhanced vision? Or
Yeah.
anything? Okay. With enhanced vision, you find a very, very fine wire that goes from the safe down into the carpet.
Space carpet.
The space carpet, yeah.
Space
That leads into
Sparks
the wall. Yeah.
No, Berber. That's an industry term.
So this is not.
Oh, it's a car pace.
It's wired to something, but you don't know what it is. You'd have to have some sort of skill to analyze it. So, but yeah, that's what you see. It's or you could try and open. If you had something sharp, you could try and cut into the carpet and see where the wire leads.
Don't worry about me, guys.
Searching for space termites.
Tara hates Shag. Well,
You've disabled you've disabled the sensors for the think tank. So the guards are walking around, but at this point you don't have to. You can just they're not going to notice you doing anything unless it's something obvious.
Does he have a letter opener or anything in his office or?
I'm sure you can find something.
Yes, a monomolecular letter.
Well, no, I was thinking.
Do you have scrounging? You can make a scrounging check to find something. Plus
You never know. He might try to collect old Earth stuff or have a replicated one just because he's weird.
There might be something in there, but it's not immediately accessible. You have to go to another office to find it, and so that might be suspicious of the guards.
I just take the ancient Greek sword.
The billion credit sword.
What? I
Guys,
got
we're
the wire.
Guys, the Xiphos, go get it.
Get to the van.
Get to the spaceman. Get to the broadcaster.
Dude, the Ultimates are sending in some heavy artillery.
Yep. Oh. So what do you want to do? The sensors are disabled, so you could freeze or gel it. As long you would have to make an infiltration check to do it, timing it so the guards don't see it.
Can I just try and open it since the sensors are disabled?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could do that. Well, there's that wire, but other than that, I mean,
Can I freeze the wire?
You could do that.
I can't help you.
Because we have no idea what wire does.
What skills do you have? Any? That would be a security or hardware.
Well, actually, would he be able to T-ray it and see where it's going?
Do you have T-rays?
Illegal.
I do not.
You disabled the sensors. They wouldn't be able to know, but you don't. He doesn't have T-rays.
I have a T-ray, but I don't.
But you're not within 50 meters of that place. T-rays, the 50-meter range. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta break it. There's nothing else to do.
Okay. If you don't have any other skills to analyze it, yeah, that's the thing.
I don't know how many times we have to say this in the campaign. We don't have hardware skills. We don't have them. They're not there. It's not our bag.
Actually, I have a 20. I have 20 in the hardware electronics. I can try to do something.
Okay.
Go, Aaron.
That's a negative.
All right. So you open it. You're using the login inside the freezer gel.
I think he's freezing and breaking the wire.
I don't like how is the wire like an electrical wire or is it attached to like the door? Is it wire like
it's wired into the ground?
Tripwire
it goes into the ground. It's connected to the safe physically, and it goes into the carpeting, into the floor. So
is it actually connected to
the safe is on a table, and it goes into there. So this.
Well, we're saying where it goes. Is it actually attached to like the door? So if the
no,
door
it's
opens,
not attached to the door. It goes straight into the floor.
So it's like an electrical wire.
Okay.
It's not a power cable.
Yeah, nothing's like pulling it then.
No, it's
or
it's
passing over it, or I'm having trouble.
No, it's not. It's not a tripwire.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I just open it.
Okay, with the login or with the freezer gel?
With the login.
All right, with the login, you open it up, and there is a small psh as tracer gel explodes over your character's face, but there is an ecto there. And so, which is what they said, but that is the, separate alarm cable. You're covered with tracer gel.
Good.
Yeah. So that would be an infiltration check to get out of the office without the guards seeing your face with a fluorescent green gel on it, probably.
But everyone else can see mine.
You can, yeah. Anyways, everyone sees that. What is everyone doing? We'll do this round by round. You can, of course, the ecto is unlocked and active. It doesn't even have a security credential login, so you could start getting information off of it.
I will plug it in.
Yeah.
There's no alarm going off, right?
That you can detect.
All right, good.
At least it's something.
Well, I do have atavism. Okay, I know what I'm going to do.
Okay. What are you doing here?
Where are we? Where would you?
You're in the party, I assume.
The party.
It's starting to wind down.
Well, do we still have access to the security system over there? So
At the Farcasting?
yeah. Well, where Caleb's at? Yeah, the office.
You have the admin access at the their virtual private network with
Tom,
think tanks.
can you distract the guards to run? See if we can
Activate an alarm somewhere else.
You could.
Yeah, activate the alarm or send them on. See if we can send them on another routine to where they're check.
I think probably easier if I just send them to, hey, there's an alert on a place.
Yeah, send them to a false alarm. So.
Okay. You don't have to roll for that. You
Window in the back?
That'll attack. Well, there's no window in the back. It's just like this is space station. This is in the interior. It's not near a exterior wall. But yeah, you can do that. So Tom, that'll be your action. Aaron, you're telling Tom to do that. So David, what about you?
I'm doing Ruben.
All right, you're waiting for that.
Safety established.
Okay, all right.
Roll for initiative. You want a low number.
I got a 6. What'd you get? Yeah?
69.
I was those.
God.
Anyways,
Damn, Tom, no.
anyways, sorry.
No, you're not. You're not sorry.
What are you doing, Caleb?
Could I?
It's unlocked. You can get in. You can start getting information out of it without making.
I'm doing that, but I'm
Yeah.
not planning on being alone for long. So,
Okay.
so I will roll security ops,
Okay.
and I make it out of 60.
Okay.
Where would they be coming at me if an alarm went off? Like what direction?
Well, there's only one way in or out of this.
Actually, am I in contact with him?
Yeah.
I'm sending him to somewhere else.
Yeah, you can see the 2 security guards are heading to, because you triggered one of the sensors over there. It's like, oh, unusual thermal sensor. Like, oh, there's something weird hot over there. Go check
Actually, probably them. It's like, hey, something's happening.
Yeah. So they're heading over there. So they're on the opposite of the office. But other people would have to go through the front door, which is the way you can.
Well, I can't make it back. I can't make it all the way back and through the station with a fluorescent dye face.
Yeah.
So
there is. Well, if you want to, do you have a back suit capable suit? You could do an emergency evac. Yeah.
no.
So, this tracer gel, what does it take to get it off of you?
I'd have to look it up. I think it's not easy. Yeah.
It doesn't come off easy.
Yeah, like disassemble swarms will do it. Yeah, you could just program them to get the top 2 or 3 layers of skin.
I'm sure I programmed that right.
Yeah, you're fine.
So are we mainly concerned that once you get out of the building, people seeing you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, no, I was trying to think.
Almost like his face is covered with fluorescent goo or something.
Let's see.
Because I'm thinking if Tom has the access, we could actually black out certain areas to see if there's anything in the office.
They can also trace me from here to wherever I go.
And it's not.
because of this.
Yeah, and it's also not cameras. It's people looking at his face.
Well, no, I understand. That's what I was thinking. If we could find anything in the office.
Well, your suit can cover that because you didn't have the suit up. But yeah, well, at least part of it. I mean, someone got on the chest area, so you'd have to get a new suit. A clean suit, and then just cover yourself from head to toe. That would be a way of doing it. The security guards have full suits.
Hey Ross,
but
can I hack everyone's eyeballs to blind them?
This isn't Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, you could do. Unfortunately, no, they're biomorphs. You can't hack them that easily.
Then I will quickly invent an eye-seeking missile.
I can't find the chemical for that. Anyways, so you're looking for the information.
I have it. Colorless dye, only visible under pre-specified wavelengths of light.
Yeah.
That's all it says.
Okay, so yeah, it's
page
only
323.
Yeah, 323. Oh yeah, it's a couple of pages up. Chemicals. Yeah, it doesn't say how much it would be. So it's probably you can tell it's at ultraviolet. So it's actually not invisible to the naked eye, but anybody in ultraviolet would look at it. So, all right. So this will be for you getting out, you need to go now, or I don't know if you want to get out of the office. The guards are out of the way, but yeah.
I guess I will go.
Okay.
Before he goes, can Tom does he also have access to the security, the cameras in the
sure.
suite? Can you loop it so while he's going through, it doesn't show him walking away?
That'll be our action.
Yeah, all right.
All right, you do that. What are you doing?
Shit. I'm trying to think. Is there? I forgot. How far is that facility away from the party?
The Farcasting facility?
Yeah, where
it's like a 10-minute walk, something like that.
10-minute walk.
It's faster if you run, obviously.
So, look around for somebody. Look around for somebody. Just random person. Hey, it's like one of my friends called. It's one of my friends called. I need to pick him up. Offer him a little bit of rep. Can I borrow your car, man?
We don't have cars. It's a station that you can just walk. It's not. It's only like 5 kilometers in length. And these are ultimates. They're really into yeah.
Bro, do you lift?
Yeah, exactly. They don't skip leg day, Aaron. They never skip leg day.
Leg day is Monday. They spin the habitat faster so the gravity center.
Yeah, that's probably the only thing they would do.
And the pit's even fallier.
So, would it be possible to get a hold of a disassembler swarm?
Yeah, it's possible.
Okay, research. Where do I get one?
Sure.
Probably take some time to get one.
I have rep 12.
There's a fabricator, general purpose fabricator. You could go there. If you can either hack it, you can get disassembler swarms if you tell them what it's for. So you could either lie and tell them it's to get goo out of my gun after it exploded on somebody.
I can lie to them. So
yeah. So you can do that. So that's your action, is to figure that out.
Okay.
David, what are you still? All right. You're committed.
That as long as I have him thoroughly distracted,
all right.
He's not going to get the pings.
Okay.
The second he's not,
Caleb,
like, wait a minute, what happened at
are
work?
you going to maintain cover, walk, or are you going to run?
I can't decide what to do. I think I could do something with the guards to get out, but at the same time,
Well, the guards are on the other side. You have a clear path to the door.
yeah, I know, but I don't think leaving might be the best tactic. So I don't know what to do.
Well,
Okay.
if it's
Come back to me.
All right.
So, if I can at least get you the interest and get the disassembler swarm, we could probably get most of it off of you in whatever trail that you're leaving.
By getting most of it off, I will be getting my face off.
It will hurt like a bitch.
And
Yeah.
we can get you back to the healing path. So
Yeah.
not the best option, but
Yeah, you can get more face flesh glued to you via.
Or I could just cover you in nano bandages and make you a nano bandage mummy.
Yeah. So yeah, you're the only one who's active this round. So you have to decide.
Okay, is there a recycler?
In the room,
In the
no.
building.
In the building, not in the office, but there is one not too far from it.
And Tom has some control of security, right?
Not only of the think tank. The recycler is outside of the think tank. Actually, no. There would be a bathroom. You could use the bathroom as a recycler in it. The bathroom is a recycler, basically. Because space station, got to be efficient.
All right. All right, so I'm downloading the stuff on the Ecto now, right? So I don't need to keep the Ecto with me forever. I just need to keep it downloaded until it's transmitted.
Well, yeah, you can download it. Yeah, if you're downloading it into your own mesh inserts, basically.
I am.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
So I'm doing that. Tom, redirect the false alarm to a location near the bathroom and keep the alarm from going station-wide still.
Okay.
All right.
So, all right, new round. So, Tom, you're doing that. Aaron, what are you doing?
going to the
Going to-
Faber.
Okay, as you leave, give me a perception check.
Okay. Is this seeing something?
It is for noticing something,
Okay,
yes.
thank you. So 15.
All right. You're fine.
So,
What are you doing?
I'm still heading towards the.
Okay.
Now,
David, until you say, let me know when you want to change your mind, but I guess you're committed to that. All right.
Yes, thoroughly committed, but I do have my TACnet on.
Okay.
As soon as I know that the operation is done,
All right.
I will bid Ruben
Neck
and
twist.
Icy.
All right.
I'm going to tell Ruben to... Actually, I'm going to tell David to fab an ecto that looks like the one I have.
You mean Tom?
Well, yeah, someone with a fabber.
That would be Aaron.
You would be better if you could, get it...
Aaron is the one heading to a Faber.
All right, that's fine.
Why would I be better?
So what are you doing this round?
You need to plan it on Ruben.
What are you doing this round?
So I'm setting up an ambush for him.
Okay, the 2 security guards in there. Okay, that'll be infiltration, I guess. To set up. So,
do we cancel the?
No, we're gonna go old school.
100.
100.
Okay, you're perfectly set up. Tom, there is somebody is opened the front door of the think tank. Security credential. That's all the information you get.
Relay that.
Okay. So you're away.
Can you still do my thing that he wants me to do?
Yeah, they're heading to the bathroom. So you have rolled 100 on your infiltration. So how do you want this to go down?
Drop from the ceiling, I guess.
Okay. All right. On both of them, I guess they're.
Well, I have a lot of caveats for this plan.
Okay.
How big's the recycler?
The recycler is just a little stall that you. It's a closet-sized bathroom. I mean, space is at a premium in a space station like this. So you just go in, do your business to leave. So it's a little toilet with a sink next to it. So fairly small.
Okay. And how far away is the person who just opened the door?
I guess you're just doing the ninja, against the ceiling thing, hiding on the ceiling, so they can be. You can do this whenever you want. They're pretty close to each other, though.
I know, but is it just the two in the building, or is there a horde of people coming?
Tom tells you somebody opened the front door. You don't know anything other than that.
But they're using security credentials.
Yes.
So I don't probably have a lot of time, so I probably shouldn't do this. I was going to Hannibal Lecter it.
Okay. Yeah, but there's complications.
I'll do it anyway. Fuck it.
Okay. Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
All right.
I will attack.
All right.
Armed. Actually, no, I'm perfectly hidden with a crit success. So
yeah.
I will aim for a round.
Yeah.
And then I will attack unarmed.
All right. Give me that.
I make it at a 64.
Okay.
So then I will roll Psi Assault against both of them, I guess.
Okay.
As I drop down on them.
All right. They have wills of 15. One fails his will check. The other one fails his will check.
That one makes it. And that one doesn't. I will spin a Moxie to flip it, so it will make it.
Okay.
So Psi Assault on both. They're now both alienated, so they both failed integration checks.
Okay.
So they're at minus 30 for absolutely every skill.
Okay. They start flopping around as they're shocked.
Quite frankly,
are there guns on the ground?
They do have pistols and batons. However, let's go back to Aaron because this is happening simultaneously.
Okay.
You walk to the fabricator. It's just an automated kiosk. So if you can't just, if you wanted to use it, so you get in disassemblage form. There's a precaution thing on it. It says if you want to. You can have it. What is the purpose? We need an attendant, so an attendant pops up through the kiosk, so you can talk to them. So, what's your reason for it? Yeah.
Currently, unfortunately, my last mission pretty much jammed up most of my weapons pretty badly, so I need a thorough clean out.
Okay, give me a deception check.
Can do. 37 out of 70.
Okay. Give me a deception, or give me a perception check at a minus 10.
Shit. I want to still look for me. Oh. 6.
Okay. Let's see here. Hits.
Oh, shit.
And let's see here. Let's see here. Go ahead and give me a. Where is it? Give me a Psalm times 1 check.
Does this bypass my armor?
Yes, it was a called shot.
Fuck. Sorry.
What are you doing?
He is being stabbed in the back with a needle because you failed 2 perception checks.
I also have subnormal armor. Would that bypass that as well?
Called shot. He had time to study you. Guess who can use T-rays? Because there's security.
Okay. So it's only Psalm times 1?
Yes.
My God, this is going to blow.
Yep.
41. Fail.
Okay. Your his technet goes dark. What are you going to do, Tom?
Like, he just went dark.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. You can give me a perception check. You look up.
Yes.
What'd you get?
45.
Okay. You see 2 ultimates who look unusually alert and active and are moving through the crowd towards you.
I get up and leave.
Okay. Are you running or walking?
Walking just until I can get around and then hiding with my chameleon cloak activated.
Okay. Go ahead and give me... Well, they start following you. And if you activate your chameleon cloak, at this point, they will... let's see, what will they do? So you start moving through the crowd. As you get through the crowd, you get to the exit. You start walking that way. They're following you, walking, getting closer and closer, pushing their way through the crowd as they realize you have spotted them. When they get close, when you get out of the room where the party's being held, what do? You're about 10 feet away from one.
Stay up long enough for the ecto stuff to transfer. Once that's done, we can hit a kill switch and get out.
None of you have dead switches.
I did, but somebody took it out.
Yeah. Anyways, what are you going to do?
I activate chameleon cloak and run.
Okay. You activate Chameleon Cloak. The one closer to you opens fire, full auto, with a gun loaded with darts. He gets a 31. That will hit.
Fray.
Fray at half. Go ahead and roll. Called, yeah. That does not make it because he rolled higher. So you are hit. So go ahead and give me a Psalm times 1 check.
That failed. Yes.
Okay. You're up. So the other one is going to make a free running check to try and grab you. And he makes it with an 81.
Jesus.
Yes, he is very... he's hopped up on murder too. So, anyways, what are you going to do?
Well, the only way I can do it is if I roll a 22.
Yep.
No. No.
Okay. He will try and grab you unarmed. 75. He gets a 22.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, you can fray it full.
Yes, I make it. 56,
Okay.
but
You got a crit.
Yes. He grabs you and holds you down to the ground. So we'll go back to David. You get those alerts. What are you doing?
Probably breaking it off.
Okay, like shoving them off or like gently? Are you just standing up, wiping your mouth?
Oh, no. Ross loses a point.
Yes,
I'm
all
sorry.
the points lost for the Ross.
Where is the love? Peyton?
I'm sorry. That was what I was chuckling about.
Romance is dead, and you killed it.
I am. I'm a monster.
You didn't just kill it; you just drove
Anyway,
a stake through its heart.
I did. All right, what are you doing?
Any post-coital amenities?
Anyways, David, what do you see? And you're just as
He
bad.
is, yeah.
Jesus. Anyways,
No, we're going to do this the polite way. I
all
mean,
right. All right, you're
protocol got me into this. Protocol is getting
Finish.
me out. Damn it.
all right. Okay, you give your protocol check.
45.
All right, you're very like, oh shit, I forgot something. My Neo kettle is burning.
There's a mannerly way to get out of this.
Yeah. All right, so you get up. Give me a perception check.
24. Yeah.
All right.
I see them.
Yes, you do. They actually failed their stealth check. But yeah, or infiltration check. Yes, there are 2 more heading towards you, and you're in the back of the room. Both of you coming at an angle. It's a crowded room, so you would have to make a free running check to get by them. To zig and zag. And we had a negative 10 because of, well, there's a lot of people there.
Actually, let's try. It's worked so far. Let's see if it keeps working. Protocol. I see you coming for me. May I ask why?
Okay.
Let's try a direct question. 63 out of 80.
They do answer. They say, we have some questions for you. And then they both full auto called shots. Darts. 100 critical hit. And 72. That will actually miss.
Okay, so let's see what I can do about that first one.
The 100, yes.
Nope.
All right. Give me sometimes 1.
Critical, yes.
Okay, you're fine for now. Anyways, back to Caleb.
I would come along quietly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yours, I believe.
Wow. All
Actually,
right.
it wasn't just one. That was a full on.
You are kind of being an ultimate by, standing your ground. Anyways. The love of Reuben gives me strength.
No one interrupts my coitus.
All right. You've taken down both the security guards.
My fluid exchange is
You're
sacred.
not far from the door, though, so you can give me a perception check, Caleb.
Yes.
Okay, you hear the sound of boots, tactical gear being moved around. Someone's coming up on the position. They're not rushing at you, but they.
So the whole thing's a set.
Yeah.
I grab a pistol and book it.
Okay. Free running.
Yeah. I will spin a moxie,
Okay.
and that will succeed.
All right.
Critically succeed, actually.
You do have. There's only one way in or out, as I said. So you will have to. You will get an unarmed check to try and.
No, there's not.
Are you just backing yourself in the corner? Oh, the
Freezer
freezer check.
Joe.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No. That fair enough.
You paid for it.
You blow through it. One of them will run up and try and shoot at you. He will have. Let's see. He needs a 50 to hit you. This will be a called shot, armor defeating. But let's see here. 43.
Now Ross starts rolling well.
I do. Yeah.
I will try and pray,
Yeah.
and I don't make it.
Okay. Armor dart hits you. Give me a sometimes 1.
Spin a moxie.
Okay.
I will make it.
Oh.
I'll take sometimes one.
Okay. Wait. So you made it, or you did not?
I missed both.
Okay.
I spent 2 moxie and
Okay.
2 rolls.
All right.
It's me. It is me.
Yeah.
So
Hi,
of
Caleb.
course. And I'll roll an 89 again for the second time,
Yeah.
defying all laws of probability.
It seems to follow you. Look, another 100.
Shut up.
All right, so Tom and David, it's down to you two. I will say your download to him is still going on because that's automated with the Muse. So
I did get pretty far away.
yeah, you did get some distance. So Tom, what are you doing? You're pinned right now by a guy. He's got an expert arm hold on you. You're just on the
Hold
ground.
on, I'm trying to
Yeah.
look up the damage for something.
Okay.
I have claws, so I will just physically attack him.
Okay. Just for damage.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stay up long enough to get the shit. Or throw him off, actually.
Yeah, you could throw him off.
I will throw him off.
All right.
I have no more Moxie, so...
It's a 28.
99!
Okay.
I'll get.
He has claws too, and his have, juice in them.
Of course they do.
It looks like they had orders. He gets a 2, so that will hit. Armor defeating, so give me sometimes 1.
Jesus. No.
All right. David, there's 2 guys there.
I will have you know this orgy is going on, and it would be rude to interrupt.
The orgy has parted the ways, like the Red Sea, when the guy started firing dart rounds at you.
Gentlemen,
So what
I'm
is your
walking
action?
out under my own steam.
Okay, they
Going
fire
along
at you
quietly.
again. Full auto for accuracy. Yeah.
They
33
We're
critical
in
hit.
prison for the next scenario. If you didn't pick it up on it.
Yeah, it was fair.
I don't know if it was
Both of them hit you.
communicated with
Kind
the
of.
5 100s.
Yeah. Well, that was just the rolling. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Because we were totally going to.
Along with the psychic GPS. I get it.
no. That was the liar. It was a secondary alarm system cut off from the VPN. So
I'm just wondering, why did they go after me and Tom and Eric?
because you're all connected to each other.
That's true. We all are on TACnet.
Yeah, and well, also
To Ruben,
yeah.
who I was impersonating and spoofing.
Yeah.
While I stole.
Anyway, we can explain it later. But
We're boned.
so yeah, they both hit you. So you need 2, sometimes 1 text.
Nope.
Okay. All right. So
And definitely nope.
when you wake up next, you are on a shuttle, and there you are manacled with your hands behind your back, but you're still alive. You're still intact.
First was waking up. Just, yep,
Is that,
that went well.
It's like, how we doing? Same as always, like
That bad, huh?
So there is a message playing. You see a familiar face, Loren's. He's saying, "I'm so glad you could join us.
Oh, that's bullshit.
You can give me a kinesics check."
Yay! I can't do that very well.
That's a make.
22 critical
No.
success.
Oh yeah, he's even more like
Bad
erratic
shit.
than he was in Extropia. And the you look at the shuttle itself. It's autopilot. It's an AI. There's not an ultimate doing it. And the ultimates aren't really big on AI, so this is clearly not really going well. Or this is not. Loren sort of chuckles at you. He's obviously got some sort of fixation on you. And he says, look, I knew you would come. I knew it. And I wanted to see how you would react to some certain stimuli. You've been chasing me. I figured it was time I chased you. But chasing you is kind of so I thought maybe I could lure you in. Yeah, you could tell actually this is half true, half improvised. He set a trap for you, but he wasn't.
I didn't expect to roll this well.
Yeah. So he. Did you look at the Ecto I left? Because that was actually genuine. I wanted you. There's no point in doing this unless you actually understand what it is I'm trying to do. Back when I was a research and development guy for the Black Ops site, I made so many advances, and I did so much work, but no one would ever see it until I found a new research partner. So Aaron, because you rolled a critical, you realize that part of this is actually being driven by the former human who is known as Loren Kristol. He, at least his ego and his desire to, understand, to comprehend, and his ego being a researcher whose work could never be revealed.
Before you took a trip on the Express.
Yes, so he took a shortcut to partner up with a Titan. So you look at the shuttle's coordinates. You are going to Ariel, and Loren apparently is very interested in what he wants. He wants to show you something. So what that is, we'll hold off until next week. But yeah,
In the meantime, feeling out those manacles. Are those pickable manacles?
do you have any security systems or smuggling ops or escape artist or anything like that? You could do profession escape artist, but yeah. So we'll end here. I know this is a little down, but this is it's an espionage game, so it's kind of thing. But
it works.
This actually was kind of a honeypot. You guys, the other Loren Fork
really
knew
was.
that Extropia guy was compromised, and he figured you guys have been chasing him all this way. You would chase him to the Ultimates, so he compromised the Ultimates enough so that he could set a trap, and so the safe was essentially rigged as soon as it popped open. Of course, he probably had you tagged partially as probables on the way, so it was very fast once you got in there.
What an asshole.
It was monitored by another set of guys, essentially. Okay. So that's why you, I get tracked, but yeah. So, any final words or no?
No, I actually enjoyed that a lot, despite getting knocked out and.
Well, you'll find out what kind of experiments the Ultimates are conducting on Ariel. So that will be fun. As you'll see, you saw the lighter side of the Ultimates, now you'll see the darker side. Ooh. All right, so we'll see you guys next time.
Oh, yeah, definitely the lighter side. I mean, Ruben.
Yes, exactly. Poor Ruben. He's going to be heartbroken. So we'll see you.